are watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform.
Or ask your smart speaker
To play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Right, Chris.
Alrighty, good afternoon, good evening, good day, good morning, good night, goodbye, hello, wherever you are in the world. Welcome along to the Smiling Channel. I can't stop smiling. I felt so sorry for the Stoke guy the other day on the preview because throughout it all, I could not stop smiling. This is OTID TV from Leicester Till I Die. Thank you for joining us. And if you are watching us live, please feel free on Twitch, on YouTube, to join in with the comments. Keep them respectable. We'll try and get through as many as we can. The only rule really is join in chat. Two rules, I guess, really. Like I say, show respect to your fellow chatters and no spoilers during the match. Everybody that watches these, we're all watching at different times, even if we're in the UK. If you're watching on one stream or listening on another, we're all at different points in the game. Spoilers will see you kicked out. It says along the bottom there, you don't get any warnings, you just get banned. So no spoilers. And if you think you're being funny by putting a joke one up, last laugh will be on you. Because you know what? We just ban you anyway. So there you go, because we don't know. You can follow LTIDD TV or Leicester Till I Die, whichever way you want to type it in, on all of our socials, which are below there. Be sure to do it. Be sure to do it. I'll tell you what, my predictions aren't going well this week. And thanks to Ant for coming in last night and doing the prediction show with me. I went for a draw last night and I went for a draw this morning. And at the moment, Middlesbrough are stuffing Sunderland 3-0, which, although he's not getting many points in the prediction league, it's actually doing us well in the Championship because obviously Sunderland are nearer to us. Let's just get a few comments in here. Anthony was in earlier. Hi, Chris, just popped in to say good luck to today's game. I also pressed the like button too. Thank you so very much, mate. If you are new, if you want to comment, you do have to be subscribed. So if you do subscribe, if you do want to comment, click that subscribe button. And while you're there, click the notification bell because then you will never miss a show because you'll be notified when they're coming up. And by pressing the like button, and I say this every show, but pressing the like button really, really, really does help the channel. And good luck to Arsenal as well tomorrow, mate, against Manchester City. It's tight at the top. I don't know what are Tottenham doing at the moment because they were drawing 0-0. Let's have a look what they're doing in the Premier League at the moment. Oh, no, they've taken the lead. They're down to 10 men, Tottenham, but they have taken the lead 1-0. I guess it was expected, wasn't it, against Luton? Gray is in. Good afternoon, Gray. How the devil are you? Well, I do hope. Nate is in from the good old US of A. Oh, look at this. The players are in the tunnel, and they're wearing this shirt. What can I say? You don't want to go to a match and see them warm up if you've got a hangover. Highfields is in. Hello, sir. How are you? Good afternoon again to you. Indeed, Gray. Absolutely 100% indeed. Scotty's in. Hello, Scotty. How are you? Interesting. Yeah, we'll get to the lineup in a minute. Interesting. I think, Nate, I think you were just saying to the Tottenham score, weren't you, on that? And Middlesbrough are winning 3-0. I know. My 1-1's gone way out the window on that one. And Gray says, I'm good, thanks, Chris. Hope you are too. Yes, I'm not 3 bad at all. Not 3 bad at all. How can you not be bad when we are about hopefully win another game? I mean, I thought we were closer to the record than we are, but I think it was Second Tier Podcast posted that if we get 4 points from the next 2 games, that is the second tier record of all time for a start to a season. So I thought we were closer than that. I thought we'd already equaled it. But apparently, I believe somebody may correct me that we need to get 4 points in the next 2 games to create the record. Do let me know if I'm right or wrong on that. And that is not the correct banner at all. So we're going to be looking at score predictions later. So please don't put them in just yet, because to be fair, I will forget them. So right, let me add in the artwork. Brad may be joining us. He is, like I say, in the south of the country at the moment. Hopefully getting me a Gangsters. He says he's not got me one yet, but hopefully we'll be doing soon. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Enzo Maresca's Blue Army. Isn't this man a breath of fresh air? Look, I've got to say, and I'm going to be doing an opinion show next week, pre-record. Wasn't my first choice. Was excited when we got him, but I was worried about his experience. But look, totally and utterly got me wrong. Look, I tell you what, she's on her way to the stadium. Let's bring her in. Kate, hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm all right. Looking radiant in red, or is it?
Yep.
Orange?
It's kind of like, orangey, tropical. We're feeling tropical today, Chris. It's boiling for October.
I know. Look, I've got to say, I did the Stoke preview the other night, and I can't stop smiling when I talk about Leicester at the moment. I mean, it's... And I apologise. You don't want to come across as cocky or overconfident, but go back 12 months, completely different feelings.
Oh. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And I don't think any Leicester fans are cocky. We're just quite realistic. And you make hay while the sun shines, don't you? Yes. And that's exactly what we're doing at the minute. It felt like a horrible 2 years, to be honest. And I do want to say 2 years because it was a very slow, painful decline, and lots of people lost their mojos in the team. The fans probably lost their mojos. So yeah, the good times are back for sure. We're not cocky. We're not saying we're going to win the league like today because we know things can change rapidly. We've had terrible injury luck in the past. But I'm exactly the same as you. Excited about every game. Excited because Enzo changes it up, doesn't he? What we're going to get today with the team, with the changes that he's made, it's unpredictable, and that's what sport should be.
It should, but isn't it great that we look, and we'll go through the team in a second, but we look at that team and we don't go, oh God, it's the second lineup, it's the second string. We look at that team and think, yeah, he can do a job.
Correct, yeah, exactly that. And I like that I know he said at the start of the season he was going to mix the captains up, but he really does mix the captains up, and it gives people responsibility. It shares this responsibility. And everyone's keeping engaged, and everyone's knowing they can get into the first team if they produce in training or they're playing a specific opponent. Like, no one's left out, it feels like. But the odd exception may be Daka and Suter until today, but there's always going to be a few.
Even he makes it onto the subs bench, in fairness to him. He's not like banished to train with the under-21s or anything like previous managers would do. But, I look at that lineup and I thought we would be seeing changes throughout the season because it is midweek weekend. But Enzo seems to be changing it like 60 minutes, 30 minutes. He's changing it not just for the game, the actual games themselves. He's changing during the game to mix it all up and give rests.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we wanted to see. last year, and it's the modern day football, isn't it? I mean, we're already going to be at 50 games this year because we've already had three cup games, and we've got an FA Cup game to come, so that's four cup games. So we're already at 50 games, and he's not resting on his laurels whilst we're injury free. He's making sure players get enough rest anyway.
And you don't feel like if a player does get injured, and Cody, I'm using as an example here. I mean, you would at the start of the season, we would have thought Cody would have been first choice. He's on the bench again today, but he's not playing him because he doesn't trust anybody else. And I think again, under previous regimes, although we had a 25-man squad the same as everybody else, we only seemed to pick from sort of 15 players all the time. And sometimes we played too much too soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Cody's I think he had problems with his foot last year from memory. So we're not sure what that injury is. It could be an injury he has to manage. But also it's just getting a Cody to buy into the fact that just because I'm leaving you out, it doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It means that I can't justify dropping someone else who has not let me down whilst you've been injured.
Well,
and Cody seemed, all the stuff on social media, Cody seems like just a captain just waiting to be given the armband. He's so positive. I think one of his kids had a birthday a couple of weeks ago, and his present to him, all he wanted was a tour of the KP, his own little kid. So his family's bought into it, and it's really lovely to hear, and it's lovely to see him being positive, because he's a senior player with a lot of experience, and he knows he can give more than just playing on the pitch. He's got a lot to give in training, and with the younger lads in general in particular.
Yeah. I actually had a Man United fan called Bath Time, who's a good mate, and he comes into the chat quite often. And he's been inquiring after Winks game after game, and he was sort of, how's he doing? I said, get him fit, get him ready for the Premier League again, and we'll come in and buy him. And I said, well, if you've got 80 million to spend, you can probably have him. But look. Ricardo's captain again. I don't think I think sometimes it's too much put on to the fact of who's captain. There's a captain on the pitch doesn't really do much, does he? Let's be honest with you.
No, and as football is always about what happens behind the closed doors, what happens at half-time talks, what happens in the prep midweek. That is kind of what goes on behind the scenes, a captain's role. But similarly, we do need. I felt we lacked vocal players on the pitch last year, because Johnny Evans was really vocal, but he wasn't playing enough.
No.
And Vardy's obviously quite vocal, but he's too much out of it. So was Casper, but I don't think a keeper should be a captain in my opinion.
Oh, I agree.
So it's hard. So we've kind of got what he's done is put mini captains all over the pitch a bit, really. But you're all accountable. You've all got to be responsible for each other. And that's kind of how we won the league a bit, I think, as well.
It is. I like saying,
in 2016,
the manager literally 10 yards or whatever it is from less than that than from the side of the pitch. So you don't, you're not like a cricket captain. But look, I don't want to talk about Vestergaard too much, because we've kind of covered that on previous shows, and I think he's just proving us all, showing what he can do. Sutar is back though against former club Stoke City.
Yeah.
I saw him against Liverpool, and I don't think he put a foot wrong against Liverpool, to be honest with you.
Okay. Can you hear me all right? You've just dropped off.
We lost you for a second, but we've got you back now.
I don't know why. I'm not anywhere near the ground yet, so hopefully you can still hear me. Is that all right?
Yeah, we're getting you, yeah. No, we've lost you again, I think.
Dropped out. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello, Mother?
Yes. My coat's no,
I think we can see you. No, I think we've lost you now altogether. We'll see if she comes back in and starts working again. This team has energy, passion, grit, determination, everything we didn't have last season. Can't argue with that. And Renee, hi Renee, how you doing? I'm confident we will win this game. Look, for me, I don't want to go on about. Everybody knows my thoughts on Vestergaard. But look, Sutar, Why shouldn't he play? For some reason, whether it's the fact that he doesn't fit into the style of play that Enzo wants. We know that Vestergaard does. Indeed, Boris. So whether that's the case or not, I don't know. Let's just see if we can get Kate back. No, I don't think we can get Kate back at all. I think Kate has gone. We'll see if she comes back in later. But look, Sutar, he came on, did a job against Liverpool and did a very, very, very good job. I thought he'd be playing more because this is his league, as in, he played well for Stoke in this league. Stoke fan that we had on the other day actually wanted him back, so that says a lot. I'm surprised that we've seen Faze and we've seen Cody neither starting. I kind of get Vestergaard coming back in. I do understand that. But let's just have a look. Here she is. She's back.
Sorry about that. I'm nowhere near the ground yet. I don't know what happened there. Sorry.
Don't worry. It's some Stoke fan blocking you. That's what it is.
So yeah, Harry Suter is what we were talking about. I mean, it's great that he has started against his old club. I didn't watch the Liverpool performance, so it's nice to hear that he didn't put a foot wrong, and he's obviously still taking us very seriously, even though you can understand perhaps why he wouldn't. So yeah, I hope he does well today. And there's nothing he's ever done, is there, to sort of doubt him or think you're not confident in what he can do. So
I mean, Brendan kind of dropped him at the end of his career, his time at Leicester, and then Dean Smith didn't take a liking to him. And you can say that, Vestergaard is the player that Enzo likes and plays the Enzo way. But when a player comes in and doesn't let you down, we need the squad this season.
Yeah, absolutely. He may have just said to him at the start, you may get 10 games.
Yes. Yeah.
Which he probably wouldn't be happy with, but you've got to take your chances when you can. And so far, 1 out of 1, he's not put a foot wrong. So hopefully that's the same again today.
And with the Liverpool game, I mean, okay, we lost 3-1. The second goal was outstanding. Nobody was stopping that. It was a superb goal. And the third goal, look, it hit the post. It could have just as easily come out as gone in. That was one of those. So, but Chowdhury at left back.
Yeah, he's tried in there a bit, hasn't he?
Because he'll be left of a 3, won't it?
Yeah, and I think then when we're out of possession, he'll come into the middle.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, again, Hamza, I don't think he's put a foot wrong. I really like Hamza. Some of his tenacity and aggression I love it, because we don't have many of those in the team at all. And again, he's not done anything to doubt him. So
again, and it makes you realise that sometimes a new manager coming in, it's how he reacts to the players that are there as much as the players that he brings in. And, we've seen him revitalise Vestergaard. We've seen him revitalise Ndidi. Ndidi's not starting today. I honestly believe that's because he's going to be nipping on to Strictly Come Dancing tonight. So that's
probably so, yeah. He's got to practice his pirouettes, hasn't he?
Exactly. But Chowdhury's new 4-year contract deserves it. I think we've got a bit more steel than we had last year, but he's a utility player. And all right, when we get to the Premier League, maybe you could question his quality, but he's a squad player and he's a good player to have in the squad. Winks, look, we just can't get it. I don't know how he keeps it going. He's like the Duracell battery, isn't he?
He is, yeah. There's only sort of one pace with him, isn't there?
And he's all over the place. I'm like commentating. I'm going like, I wanted to say Winks, but that can't be Winks. He was on the right a minute ago, and now he's on the left.
He's everywhere.
Yes, yeah. I have a feeling this will be his last game, though, because I think he's 1 yellow card off a ban. So, and I think he'll probably pick that up today, knowing Winks.
Okay.
Saturday got a point to prove being brought in.
Yeah, absolutely, he has. He's got a point to prove. I don't think can you hear me still?
Yeah, can still hear you, yeah. That said, as soon as you ask that, we lose you.
Keep going, I've lost signal anyway. I was going to try and
we've got you.
Goodbye.
Have you got us? We've got you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear us?
Hello, I can hear you now.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. So I was going by a busy pub.
That's all right. No, okay, Cash.
Yeah, I think we're still waiting for him to do his magic a bit, aren't we?
But do you think he's suffering because, I mean, I spoke to the Stoke City fan Thursday night, and he was saying, "Oh, we've got a lot of new signings that have, got to settle in." I went, "Well, so have we. We've got a whole virtually 70% new team, but a lot of players have clicked straight away, probably quicker than we would have expected." And I think maybe Cassidy's not as bad as people are making out. It's just taking him that bit longer to adapt.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he's bad at all. When we saw him at the under-21s, he was there watching with another young lad, and you realise when you see them in their own plain clothes how young he is.
Yeah.
He's a boy. He's away from home. There's a lot of adjustment that people need to make. I think we often underestimate that with these youngsters, that they are really young to be thrown into a complete strange situation, strange club. You can be treated like royalty, but they've still got to adjust to the surroundings and then perform in a sport. So we just need to be a bit patient, and we've not done badly with the integration so far with everybody else. And he's not been terrible. He's not like give a goal away or, you know what I mean? He's just not bedded in as well as everybody else yet.
I think he suffered because everybody else has sort of, shone, if you like. And talking of which, Eunice, I mean, I didn't think whether we'd see much of him because Mavididi seems to have started every single game. Fatawu, I mean, looking at what I think is a player in there that is just going to be absolutely unreal when he hits his full potential. But Eunice, again, not let us down. And when he's come on, he's looked really, really good.
Yeah, and he's super fast with the ball. It's really good to see. I mean, we know we've got a few fast players, but with the ball in particular, he's really, because he's small, he's got low centre of gravity. He can just be so nimble around the centre of the park, a bit like Madders used to be, really. Like, he can just really be quite nimble and go around people easily. And again, he'll need to learn the division a bit. But yeah, he's really exciting to watch.
Yeah,
really exciting to watch.
Let me very quickly read the subs bench out to you. This is absolutely scary. Stolchik, Faze, Cody, Justin, Ndidi, Albrighton, Mavididi, Vardy, Daka. If I'm a Stoke fan, I'm going, well, I might as well just bloody go home now.
I know, it's a first team right there, isn't it, really?
Yeah. And the thing is, with Enzo, you know that they'll probably get some game time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're all itching to go. They're all pretty warm in the season, aren't they? They've all got going in some capacity, and all of them, apart from the keeper and Daka, have had quite a few minutes already.
They have.
So yeah, it's an impressive bench. I mean, it's the envy of most, I would think, in our division at the minute.
It is, and people are sort of saying like, "Oh, Man City are the Championship," blah blah blah. Look, we didn't spend anything this time last year. I think we bought, Faze in, but we'd lost Suter, lost what's he called, Fafana. So we didn't spend, we spent less than we got in, if you like. But when you look at all the players we've let go, it's more than we've actually brought in. We haven't got the parachute payments because it would come in next season if we don't go up. So we're only living off what we earned last season from where we finished in the Premier League. But it's because we didn't spend much, I think, over the last sort of 18 months that we've been able to spend it this summer.
Yeah, and I think we really shouldn't have got relegated. I know the table doesn't lie and all of that, but it was just a really bad culmination of things that happened last year in the Premier League. And, you look at the likes of Everton, Burnley, they're just still circling the drain, aren't they? And we had one bad season last year and we got punished for it. And it's just how it goes. So we're always going to carry that class down with us. And it's just how it goes. You can't be too envious of it. It's just circumstances. And we've worked flipping hard to where we've got to. We brought in Ndidi and some of these players when there were nobodies. So we deserve to keep hold of them and be the envy of all if we turn them into really good players.
As Man United fans always say, we live in rent-free in everybody else's brains.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
You're nearly at the ground, so I'll let you go. Thank you very much. Enjoy the game. Love the summer.
Yes, Andrew.
Brought a bit of brightness into the chat. And
I decided to close my car boot onto my face this week, so I look like I've been in a fight as well.
If you hadn't said anything, we wouldn't have noticed. So
I just look hard. I just look hard, though. That's what I'm telling everybody.
no one's going to argue with you, I tell you.
Right, enjoy the game.
Thanks very much.
All right, see you later. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Luke. Hello, sir. Not as bright, not as pretty,
going,
but
mate?
nothing personal on that one. How's your brother? Can you hear me? Hello? I think Luke has frozen. Can you hear me, Luke?
A few things. You there? Yeah.
Hello? We're losing you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you,
Can't
mate.
hear you.
You're frozen on my screen as well. Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Sorry, mate. If it keeps playing up, we'll try and reset my route. I was having a few issues with my laptop earlier.
Not a problem. Did you sort your brother out all right? I think we are struggling with him. Luke, you might want to come out and come back in again.
So, yeah, all good. Good to watch the game.
Yeah, we'll let Luke go and we'll let him come back in a second. But we're welcoming Stoke along today. On paper, it's not looking bad, is it? On paper, it looks really, really good. But we know matches aren't played on paper. Let's just catch up with a few. Raphael, hello. How the devil are you? Welcome along. They're both tall. That's all I know. Raphael, I take it you're from Brazil. My God, he does look young. They're just interviewing Cassidy at the side of the pitch. Love the top he's wearing. Love the top. But he does look young. So I don't know what you're saying. I don't understand Portuguese or Spanish. I think it's Portuguese you speak in Brazil. So forgive me, but you are most welcome to the show. Let's try and bring Luke back in and see if we can get him. Luke, can you hear me, mother?
I can hear you, mate. If it does it again, I'll join off my phone.
Not a problem, mate. Not a problem. Did you sort your son's car out? Your brother's car out?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all sorted, mate. All good. Sorry about that.
It's all sorted. I just need to say, before we go any further, regular contributor to the channel and a good friend, Doug, who's a Liverpool fan, after a bit of a long wait and a bit of a delay, his son, Nathan William Sinclair Horn, has finally come into the world this morning. So congratulations, mate. He's not been putting anything up on social media because he needs to, obviously, he wants the grandparents to see, first of all. So, but welcome along to Nathan and congratulations to Doug and Rebecca, and mother and baby are both doing fine. But we're welcoming Stoke today. Look, I've got to say, Luke, interesting team, but on paper, this should be a 3-pointer, shouldn't it?
100%. I definitely think so, but I'm a bit worried that, I don't know how the players feel, but I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves and not take someone seriously and get turned over. But can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Get. I don't want to get turned over, but I've gone for. I'll give you my score prediction later, but I definitely think that it's interesting. The starting 11, we are going to see that flexibility and players come in and players come out, but having both Vestergaard and Sutar, it's definitely hope we don't get hit in the counter because that could be seen as a little bit less of pace at the back. Quite tall, and I bet you're pretty happy with your love child's back here, but interesting to see him and both Sutar together.
I don't know what you mean. Look, I think for me, and let me just bring the team up here. I haven't really done that yet. So there we go. I think for me, it's nice to see that Enzo has said, well, look, Vestergaard's done nothing wrong. He's played well for me all season. There's no reason why he shouldn't start. Had he not started, I think with the squad we've got now, I wouldn't have been disappointed. I would have understood. But I'm surprised that Sutar, like you say, Sutar and Vestergaard are playing together. But Sutar, to me, did absolutely nothing wrong against Liverpool the other night. No,
see, that's the one game I wasn't able to watch. Now, I'm really spewing about that. I really wanted to watch it. But highlights aren't enough for me. But everyone said that he didn't put a foot wrong. What's also interesting, if you look there as well, that we've got Pereira's obviously going to be our inverted wing back. So we've got, by the looks of it, Chowdhury operating in that back three. So we've seen him fill in for that position for now Ricardo, and now we're seeing him fill in for JJ on that left-hand side. So obviously versatile man, which is what Enzo wants. People.
He is. Yeah, he is the Mr. Versatile, and he has got a new 4-year contract out of him. So, but let me just say to people, start to get your predictions in. My predictions aren't going well so far because I've got both the games that have played so far completely wrong. I've gone for 3-0, Luke. What are you going for?
I've gone for 4-0 again.
You've gone for 4. You're hoping, if you go for it every game, one game, you're going to get it right.
I hope so.
They are racked with injuries, Stoke. I've got to say, guys, in the chat, please do get your predictions in. Jeff's agreed with you and has gone 4-0, and so has Gray. So it's a popular. I'll say I've gone 3-0, but then I've got everything wrong. Totally this weekend. But if we, I mean, how good does this look? I mean, top of the league. Whatever happens today, we're not going to be out of the top 2. I thought we'd already equaled the record, but apparently I read somewhere that if we get 4 points for the next 2 games, that we will create a new record for the second tier.
Brilliant. Let that record just keep on ticking over one game at a time. Let's really make sure no one beats it.
We were breaking records last season for the wrong reasons, weren't we?
Oh, mate. Do you want to bring out just a podcast and we can just sit here and just whine about Rodgers for 3 hours? I'm more than happy to if you want me to. I think Brad's in the back, buddy.
Sorry? Oh, is he?
Brad's yeah.
Oh, he has. I didn't see him come in because I had it full screen. Let me just bring him in. Have you got me Gingsters?
It's in the post with the dog shit. Excuse my French.
Good already.
Look, I've written down Gingsters here instead of Highfields. And all I'm seeing, there's Gingsters adverts on the TV. How's Cornwall going, Brad?
It's good. It's considering we're in October, it's quite sunny and warm over here. I definitely unpacked the sun when I arrived, and yeah, it's great as always. I love being here.
Yeah. Oh well, I don't blame. It's a lovely, lovely part of the world. Well, anyway, compared to Manchester, but that's just my personal.
Yeah, very
choice.
true.
Brad, while we've got you, your prediction for the game.
Well, prepare yourself for nothing to surprise you here with my score predictions because I'm doing that bad, so you know it's not going to happen. But I'm sticking with what I've been saying for the last few weeks. I'm going 5-0.
You're going 5. Everybody's going. I feel like I've undersold us at 3-0 here.
You'll probably be the one that gets the 3 points out of the week, though, mate. That's the scary thing.
I don't know. I've got both the games completely wrong so far, so I'm not expecting it. But
but if you did, it would still work out as a point a game, wouldn't it? Out of 3 of them.
That is true. Brad, I mean, let's. Oh, let me press the right button. I'm just saying. Then I know games aren't played on paper. I was just saying to Luke then, but it would be disappointing if we lost this, wouldn't it?
It would be, especially if you look at the teams we've managed to achieve victories over. I mean, we've talked about it enough. It always changes as the season moves on. But our last 5 games, 4 of which have been away, have been against some very tough opposition. So we've had Blackburn, Southampton, Norwich away. We've come away with scoring 10, conceding 2. We've just beat third place Preston North End, who on paper you wouldn't think would be a game that you'd be looking at going, that's going to be a tough game, but they're second in the league. So it's a big 3 points. And it would be a little bit weird, wouldn't it, that if we succumb to another defeat just prior to the international break, that it would be against Stoke. And you're kind of hoping it doesn't come and bite us on the arse being too overconfident and cocky. Let's hope not.
I'll worry about the same thing.
We tend to lose, don't we, Luke, just before an international break. But I mean, Luke, even Elliott, who we had on the show on Thursday on the preview, his prediction was 2-0 to Leicester. I mean, that's the Stoke fans. They're not going into this kind of with any hope at all.
No, I think most people that you've had come on have all been awfully polite with their score predictions. No one really wants to come on and back themselves, but I'm worried about the same thing that Brad's just saying, that, I don't know where the players' heads are at. I don't want them to get too overconfident. But I think with the amount of rotation we have in the team as well, we're starting that, competing for a spot. So I'm hoping that keeps everyone on their toes. Also, just quickly, did you guys see what Enzo did? He come out and said something about like he needs Wout Faes to be switched on like 100 or 95% for 95 minutes of his game, and said, sometimes he switches off. And I wonder if that has anything to do with Sutar coming in.
I hadn't seen that. I don't know if you had, Brad.
No, I hadn't got the chance to see it yet. So, but this just proves that it doesn't matter where it is, whether it's on the pitch or whether it's in training or both. If you let any part of your game slip a little bit, he's more than happy to put someone in. Whether that's Sutar, whether that's I'm not saying it's the same reason for Iheanacho, but whether that's Cassidy coming in as well. These changes, they're going to happen for several reasons, and I think it's really good. I think it's something we've all spoke highly of and talked about how transparent it feels at the club, that he's just honest with them.
Yeah.
Like, look, you played well, but
just reading here now on the thing, Enzo tells Wout Faes what he must stop doing to become a top centre back. I just want to say, because Boris is in and he's predicted there, no surprise, 4-3 with a Vardy winner. But I just want to say the other day, and I mentioned this on the Stoke preview, and I will say, Boris, even the Stoke fan says that you were talking rubbish when you were saying Leicester were boring, and I respect your opinion. But if this is boring, give me boring. Look, top. Where am I? I'm just going to run. I just look because I love saying this. The most points, Leicester top. Wins, Leicester top. Least draws, Leicester top. Losses, equal top. Goals scored, equal top. Goals conceded, the least of anybody. Goal difference, we're top. Luke, give me boring.
Okay, thank you. I've been wanting to say something about this because I've been listening to you guys talk about it. Boris, with all due respect, I just want to ask you this if you are watching. I think I just seen him in the chat. It's going to be boring when people are going to come and just park a bus in front of us, and we're going to have to methodically break them down and gas them towards the end of the match. And like everyone's been saying, we're seeing these late goals come because we're breaking teams down and they're gassing, and we're also flexing our bench. But it's not boring to me. I like it because I'm like, seeing how efficiently this is starting to work and how the Enzo ball is starting to click each, in every single game one bit more at a time. I enjoy watching it. But if someone's going to come park a bus, and you are going to have a boring game for initially to begin with. So I don't know what else we could do,
No. I think we've got to accept, Brad, that the way we won the Premier League is not the way that teams play anymore. And if we played that way, then we would be caught out. Yes, that was exciting. Of course it was. But things move on. We won the World Cup playing 4-4-2. Well, where's that these days? But look at this, Brad. Look, I mean, green. It's. I feel like Tom Jones, the green grass of home here. You know what I mean? It's like, and if we, I believe I read that if we get 4 points from the next 2 games, that's the new record for the second tier.
Yeah, I mean, if that's looking very boring to you, Boris, then inject boredom straight into my veins, because I will take that sort of boring all day long. I mean, this division is one of the most difficult divisions to get out of. We've seen teams finishing the playoff one season and then go and get relegated the next. It's that small differences that literally make up a season, and the fact that Leicester are doing business the way they're doing business on and off the pitch just tells you how up and ready they are for the challenge that's ahead of us. So if you're going to say it's boring, fine, that's your opinion, but give me boring every day of the week if it's going to stay green. I'd rather boring Leicester than Stoke City red, white, orange, green, purple, bloody every colour but green, apparently. Oh, they got one in there, but you know what I mean?
They've got one in there. But and in fairness, that was a good win, because I think they were losing 2-0 or something, but they're certainly behind. Look, the flags are out. I was going to say it's raining, but it's not. It's beautiful day in Leicester, but it's just that the sprinklers are on. Gentlemen, Brad, well, I know you're not going to be joining us at half-time or full-time. It's your cousin's birthday. Have an absolutely fantastic evening and night. Please don't do anything that embarrasses us. Remember that, you are carrying the Leicester Till I Die flag wherever you go, even when you're out. And I don't want to have to ring up the police station again and give you another bloody reference to get out.
Oh, it's all right. I'll just embarrass myself. I'll say I'm a Man United fan.
we know Luke being Australian. Well, he's just related to a criminal anyway, isn't he?
Oh my God.
Hey,
my grandparents only
like
immigrated
an
from
old
Leicester in the 70s.
stereotypical joke every now and again, is there?
It's not a show if it doesn't have one, mate. Jeez Christ.
Love you, Luke. He's not going to turn up at the airport, is he, when I land? He's not going to say, oh, no, sorry, I got the wrong date.
Oh, it's going to be a sniper in the bushes.
Guys, well, you have a great one, Brad and Luke. I will see
mate.
you hopefully at half-time when we'll be talking. Well, I don't know. Hopefully we'll be talking. We won't be behind at least. But the players are coming out. Have a good one, everybody.
Have a good one.
And,
You're looking dapper, Brad. Enjoy yourself, mate.
Cheers, buddy. See ya.
Cheers now. Goodbye, everybody. Let me just find the right. Here we go.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Indeed, and don't forget, Monday night, there's no games next week with it being the international break. I don't think we're going to be covering the Australia game, although Luke is on his channel, Leicester City Down Under. So I think he'll be doing the watch-along for that. We'll be doing the England-Malta game, is it, on the Tuesday? Because obviously we cover the qualifiers. But on Monday night, because there is no games next week, we therefore are not doing the usual debate show. So on Monday night, we've got a classic match podcast. So basically what we do, we did one for the Man United Leicester City when we beat them 5-3. We look at a game and we speak to a player that was actually playing for Leicester in that game. This is the playoff final when we beat Palace with the Shinner from Claridge in the 920 or 132nd minute or whatever it was. And of course, it was Julian Watts that headed the ball over for Claridge to score the goal. So we are joined by Julian Watts at 7 o'clock on Monday. So please join us for that as well. You will be most welcome. And then on Wednesday at 7, Kate, who you saw earlier, will be back along with Ant from Ant's Leicester Fan TV channel, the quarter season review. We're going to be, it is literally, we are a quarter of the way through the league season. So join us on Wednesday at 7 for the quarter season review. And it's going to be fun. Whatever happens today, we're going to be in the top two. So it's going to be fun to talk about. But look, here we go. It's the watch along. Remember, no spoilers. Spoilers will see you kicked out. And why didn't that save? Let me just update that because it's still showing the Preston score. Oh, dear. Typical. I know why it didn't save, because I didn't save it. That is why I typed it in and then didn't save it. So there we go. 6 changes to Leicester. So Hermansen in goal, back 4 according to this, of Piera, who's captain, Sutar, who comes in, Vestergaard and Chowdhury, Winks sitting in the centre, and then Eunice, Kashade, Dewsbury Hall, Fatawu across the middle, and Iheanacho up front. We weren't going to end up like that because we know there's going to be lots of changes during the game. Super Steve Claridge, indeed. Julian Scott's going 4-0. Gray says, get smashed, Brad. He will have seen that. Get smashed, Brad. I'm sure he will. Right, Scott, you've gone 1. You're now going for 4. Okay, I'll change that for you. Fee, hello. How are you, Fee? Fee has gone 4-0 to Leicester. That is the most popular, I think, today. Just to confirm, I've gone 3-0. Jeff 4-0. Luke 4-0. Gray 4-0. Highfields 5, Brad 5. Elliott, the Stoke fan, he went 2-0 to Leicester. Scott's now gone for 4. Matthew's gone 2-1. Boris 4-3 with Vardy scoring the winner. Who knew? And Fee, good evening, Fee. Oh, good afternoon, has gone 4-0 as well. I've got to say, Fee, I hope you are okay there in hospital, and I hope you've closed your blinds so you don't have to look at the Tottenham Stadium. Okay, so we're about to kick off. No spoilers. Remember, Russ is in. Good evening, Russ. Good afternoon, good morning, good day. I'll go through everything. He's gone 3-0. He agrees with me. Good man. So Leicester, all in blue. Blue top, blue shorts, blue socks, kicking from right to left. So they must have lost the toss. And Stoke in their normal kit of red and white tops, although everybody's taking the knee. White shorts, white socks. So Leicester kick off. So it's Leicester kicking off, but they're not doing their normal kicking left to right in the first half. They are kicking the other way. So it'll be interesting to see if that makes a difference. So it's back now. It's over to Chowdhury on the near side. So it finished Middlesbrough 4, Sunderland 0 earlier. Wow. That's moved Middlesbrough up the table to 15th. And Sunderland are... Oh, let me just update it, actually. It hasn't updated the table. Yeah, Sunderland are 19 points in 4th. Yeah, they're just talking about... I mean, the bench is scary. Eunice on the ball. Plays it back to Sutar. Vestergaard. Just doing his slow walk with the ball, just slowing it down. So Sunderland could have gone third with the win today, but they didn't. So they're stuck in 4th on 19th. West Brom, they played last night, didn't they? What did they do? It was they lost, didn't they? They lost to Birmingham 3-1. So 2 of the top 6 losing today, or last night and this morning. Yeah, I think they will, Gray. I think Stoke will do what they do. But look, Vestergaard, when he gets the ball, he's obviously told to hold on to the ball, and he stands on the ball and takes his time and says to Stoke, well, you want it, come and get it. So it's Stoke now defending, but Leicester are putting the pressure on. So now it's come all the way to Suter. Suter across the park to Chowdhury, who's in the centre circle, just inside Leicester's half. Plays it forward, gets it back. Just taking the time. Which is what the game is all about. There's no point running at people and getting caught out and being hit with the ball over the top. Played across to Chowdhury now in the left of the back 3, which we always know it's going to go to a back 3. I don't know why they show it to the back 4, to be totally honest with you. I really, really don't. So, it's going to be a corner, that? Yes, it's a corner to Leicester. First corner on the near side now. And Dewsbury Hall's walking over. 24 for Stoke. He's a big bugger. Got the ball out. Stopped Fatawu getting the crossing, but it's a corner. And Dewsbury's got it there. He's doing his famous half socks up. It's a short corner to Fatawu. He goes for the playback, but it's played all the way back. No, it gets back. It ends up back. Oh, it goes. I can see what they're trying to do there. They're trying to play the triangles in and get it across, but it was a little bit too hard on the play through. I think it was some winks. So, yeah, I mean, they are saying, Stoke, apparently, just listening to the commentator, that they are feeling quite put out because they feel they should have had 6 penalties during the season. Penalties that they said they should have and didn't get it. An awful Casper-like kick out from the Stoke goalkeeper there. And it's a throw into Leicester in their own half, and it's taken quickly by Chowdhury, who's to Vestergaard, who played it all the way across to Sutar. Grealish, that's who I was thinking of. I couldn't think of his name. So Dewsbury doing his best Jack Grealish impersonation. But no go. Oh, Southampton have gone 1-0 up against Rotherham. So they're 1-0 up Southampton. That's moved them up to 5th on 19 points, joint with Sunderland, but the still goal difference is -3. But Eunice now on the ball. Plays it in to Leicester. For Leicester. Played a bit wild, but Chowdhury is able to pick it up. Plays it into to Winks. Ends up back with Vestergaard. Still in the Stoke half though. Ball out to Fatawu on this side. Playing on the left for once, but it's cleared by Stoke, but only as far as Vestergaard. Plays it to Chowdhury again. Back to Vestergaard. So it's 91% possession to Leicester at the moment. Mr. Socks too, totally. Exactly, Fee. I agree. Boris, you are certainly a glass half full sort of guy, aren't? Glass half empty sort of guy. Oh, Fatawu, lovely ball out to him. He's taking it well. He jinks it into the box, plays it across. Oh, Winks couldn't. He got a shot away, but it was blocked. But Stoke give it away again. That would have been a nice team goal and a good game for Harry Winks to score. Yeah, great, Mr. Socks too. Slow, patient build up. That's fine. So, boys, I've got to ask you: do you want to play exciting football and lose, or this sort of football and be winning? It's a straight one way or the other answer. Stoke it's a throw into Leicester on the far side, just inside the half. Stoke half. Enzo stood up, giving a bit of instruction from the sideline. So Leicester just taking it slowly forward. Oh, lovely ball to Eunice. Eunice cuts on the inside, chips it left. Oh, bit too hard from Eunice, but it was a lovely. He took the ball well on the far side, cut inside onto his left foot, chipped it across, but it was a little bit too hard just for anybody to get on the end of. Fair do, Boris. Like I say, it's all about opinions and respect yours. So a long kick up there from Stoke. So Stoker are doing what Preston were doing, which is basically not playing out from the back and doing it from long kicks. But they have got a throw in here, just short of the byline. They've got a long throw specialist, I think, here. I think Stoke have got about 10 players out, to be honest with you. Ooh. Good tackle by Leicester there. I think Stoke was saying another penalty, but it wasn't. Good tackle by Vestergaard. 8 minutes gone. Leicester have possession now. Careful, Winks. Eagercar controls it well. Premiership quality, Winks. Premiership quality. 87 people in. Please subscribe if you are new. If you don't want to subscribe, understand, but please do smash that likes button. It really, really, really does help the channel. Oh, actually, well, Vestergaard got the ball. It was just inside the box, but it wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a penalty. He got the ball. So coming up to 9 minutes played. They've not made many changes, Stoke, for today. It's 3 changes, but in fairness, they haven't got a lot of players to choose from. Listening to Elliott, the Stoke fan, the other day, like I say, 10 players injured at the moment. Let's be honest with you, we know how that feels, don't we? Or Leicester lose the ball out in the middle of the field, then it's with Stoke on the near side. Millwall have gone 1-0 up against Hull. Stoke just enjoying a little bit of possession at the moment, it's fair to say. So at the moment, Stoke, nice turn by the Stoke player. Stoke are just keeping possession at the moment. But Leicester managed to get it back. It was a poor ball through by Stoke, and it ends up back with Hermansen. Three clean sheets for him in the last 4 games. 89% possession now to Leicester. We've had the one shot. They haven't had any as yet. Suto on the ball on the far side. Inside to Vestergaard. Vestergaard just calms it down. Literally is walking with the ball. And plays it out to Chowdhury on this side. It's obviously the way that Enzo's told him to play. Played back from Chowdhury, but it goes past Vestergaard to Sutar, but it's back to Vestergaard now. It's inviting Stoke onto us, which will leave us space behind. Just taking the time, Leicester. Vestergaard, it's basically Vestergaard winks Vestergaard. Ricardo gets joined in. Now it comes across to Chowdhury on the left-hand side. It's LCFC stream, mate. You have to pay to watch it outside the UK. So Eunice now on the ball. Dinks it across. It's over everybody. But I think Fatu can keep it in, picks it up. Plays it to Chowdhury. Dewsbury Hall winks. Dewsbury Hall winks out to Eunice now on the far side. Leicester starting to attack. They've still got it. I thought they'd lost it then, Ricardo, but he managed to keep control of the ball. It's now with Chowdhury on the near side. Fatu now crosses it in. Headed up and away by Stoke. Chowdhury gets his head on it. Vestergaard comes running in, stops it going out, and gives us away a throw in. But that's the way. So you have either Fire Stick or via lcfc.com, mate, depending where you are in the world. Leicester for life, welcome along. How are you doing? It's Condit, is it? Stoke fan here, not expecting much from this game because we have 9. Is it 9? Sorry, I thought it was 10 players out, mate. 9 players out and playing 2 midfielders in defence. Good to see Vidgold back in the bench, hoping he bags one. Good luck to you, mate. Good luck for the rest of the season. Hopefully you don't get anything from today for obvious reasons. I'm going to say that, but you're most welcome in the chat. Always welcome opposition. Welcome fans from any club. It's nice to have opposition fans in and get their view on the game as well. So you are most welcome, Condit. So 30 minutes gone. Sunderland 0, Middlesbrough 4 earlier. Millwall 1, Hull 0. And Southampton 1, Rotherham 0. Apart from that, it's 0-0s all the way down. So a cross in from Leicester, but it's cleared by Stoke, but headed back by Chowdhury. That's gone out for a Leicester throw. So it's come off the Stoke player. We do what we always seem to do. A long hopeful ball from Leicester there, but it's out for a goal kick to Stoke. You don't know. Look, Hull beat us, mate. Hull beat us. I had to say, I hope you don't. I really do. But no, you never know. You never know. I think looking at the way you've set up under Alex Neil today, with the players you've got available, I think it looks like you've come from. You'd take a point at this point. I really think take a point at this point. Take a point at this game. A long kick out again from the Stoke goalkeeper. But they lose possession, and that's the problem. That is the problem you see with the long kicks out. All it's done is ended up back with Leicester. And Manson throws it out to Chowdhury, back to Vestergaard. I'm sure you will take a point as things stand, and it's down to us to wear you down. Teams have come to us, and that's what they did. We couldn't against Hull. We couldn't wear them down. Everybody else we have worn down. Oh, lovely ball out from Winks there to Eunice, who plays it in. Cashaday can't quite get to it. It's booted away by the goalkeeper, headed back in by Leicester. Still with Leicester. Vestergaard, Chowdhury on the halfway line. Got to say, I'm sure at the end of the day that they only have to actually mow half the pitch because it's always in the other half. Paul, thank you so very much, mate. I appreciate your kind words. Mate. Vestergaard to Ricardo to Vestergaard. Just walking it forward. Come and get it if you want it, he says to the Stoke players. Chowdhury. Now it's Vestergaard. Now it's Chowdhury. Dewsbury Hall. Mr. Socks 2. Vestergaard. Vestergaard plays it out to Eunice, who's unmarked on the far side. He's closed down now, but he plays it back to Vestergaard. Vestergaard's going to have had more touches probably than any other player in this division. So Chowdhury. Vestergaard. I think we just need Vestergaard to get a goal, don't we, from a corner, and he would be the hero. 102 watching. Please subscribe if you are new and smash that likes button, please. 102 likes would be absolutely great. Chowdhury, Vestergaard. Halfway into the Stoke half here. Comes out to Fatawu, who's playing on the left, of course, today. Back to Chowdhury. Chowdhury across to Vestergaard. To Ricardo. Across to Sutar. Surely he's going to play out to Eunice. Yes, he is. Eunice has the ball. Plays inside to Ricardo. Ricardo turns. Plays it in. It's back with Chowdhury. Fatawu. I find it hard when I'm commentating and I'm listening to the commentary because I pronounce names different to how they do, and it completely throws it off. Blackburn have gone 1-0 up against QPR. Oh, Ricardo. Oh, he loses out. He played a bit short for Ricardo there, and Stoke City have it in defence. Whether they can get it away or not is another question, of course. Now they do, but it ends up with Vestergaard again. It would be great. I'd love to see it for the guy. So Dewsbury Hall turns on the ball. Just trying to listen then to about the record for the second tier. But Fulham and Sheffield United, I think we're chasing. Paul, hello. How are you? 2 Pauls. It's a Paul Matthew, Paul Jameson and Paul Goody. Hello, sir. Welcome both. I presume it's Goody, not Goddy, but Vestergaard through to Chowdhury. We've got 18 minutes gone. I'm sure Boris has gone to sleep. Fatawu. Oh, it takes a deflection, but it still ends up back with Vestergaard, who's halfway into the Stoke half here. Talk about a high defensive line. Checked in from Fatawu. Oh, it's headed clear by Stoke. It comes back out to Fatawu, who takes it. Oh, is that a free kick? The referee says no, but Fatawu's gone way, way down. He's holding his calf. Fatawu is turning. Now the referee, has he blown the referee? Oh, the referee actually helps him up. I've never seen that before. Stoke City player goes over and apologises to him, and they shake hands. But I've never seen that with the referee. The referee goes to see if he's all right. And I don't think it wasn't a bad tackle at all. I think it did just the way that he went through him. But the referee comes over, shakes his hand, and helps him up. So Eunice on the far side plays it back. Ricardo. Ball's in! Oh! Iheanacho there. Couldn't get it on target. Lovely ball in. Does the gymnastics on the crossbar, Iheanacho. Cassidy, I think it was, with the cross in. It was well wide, in fairness. Well wide. No, Eunice. Eunice got the cross in. There was Eunice and Cassidy, I think, next to each other. He got the space. He got the space. It was offside anyway. The flag goes up. But first time we've really managed to put a good run behind the Stoke defence. Oh, Iheanacho tried to get onto that long through ball from Cassidy, but was held up by the Stoke defender, and it ended up with the goalkeeper. But it's back out with Stoke now, in halfway inside their own half. It's all been Leicester. I'm not going to say. Ipswich have gone 1-0 up against Preston. So Ipswich have gone back to the top of the table. Oh, no. No, they are second still because of goal difference. Sorry, because, of course, that's given them 3 points, so 2 points more than they were, but we've obviously still got the point from drawing. So we're on 28, Ipswich are on 28. We've got a goal difference of 15, they've got a goal difference of 11. Blackburn 2-0 up now at QPR. Plymouth 1-0 up at Swansea. Goals are starting to go in. When we get a break in, we'll go through the scores as they stand. But at the moment, it's Leicester playing it across the back three, just inside our own half. With Vestergaard. Apparently, Yannick Vestergaard has got the most touches on the pitch. It's just been confirmed by Matt Elliott. But it was a long ball up there to Eunice, a little bit too hard. So there's going to be a goal kick. So Sunderland 0, Middlesbrough 4 earlier. Cardiff 0, Watford 0. Coventry 0, Norwich 0. Ipswich 1, Preston 0. Leeds 0, Bristol City 0. Leicester 0, Stoke 0. Millwall 1, Hull 0. Plymouth 1, Swansea 0. QPR 0, Blackburn 2. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Huddersfield 0. Southampton 1, Rotherham 0. It was a throw-in, not a goal kick. It didn't go out for a goal kick. Throw-in to Stoke, but it's now back with Chowdhury. Surprising, Leicester have got the possession here. 116 watching. Like I say, if you're new, subscribe. But whatever you do, please smash that likes button. It makes so much difference to the channel. And it's free. It's free. Oh, Iheanacho! Yes! Yes, get in! Iheanacho! 23 minutes on the clock. I was just looking at the table. It was a lovely ball through. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant there. And Iheanacho gets another goal in the league. I think it's his second in the league. Oh, Nacho man. Nacho man. Wow, that's what we want. Dewsbury Hall Plays it through, I believe, to Nacho. Left foot, yeah, Dewsbury Hall through. No, Ricardo it was. Ricardo. Dewsbury Hall to Ricardo. Ricardo out to Nacho. Was on the left-hand side. Cuts it across the goalkeeper into the bottom of the box. Goal. And it is 1-0 to Leicester City. That's what we want. Oh, that is what the players want. That's what the fans want.
Go! Back of the net.
5th goal for Iheanacho. 24 minutes gone. Leicester City 1, Stoke City 0. Wow. How good is this season getting? 24 minutes has been registered as. Oh, let's have a look what you guys were saying. Gray, if Kel finished that brilliant move Wednesday after the sublime, it would have been Nacho Man. Yes, indeed. Luke, Nacho Man. I played it. Yes, says Matthew. He's magic, Kelechi Iheanacho. It could be. That song could be used since Cambiaso's gone. Nacho Man 1-0. Get the Eck in there, says Highfield. Leicester boys very proud of our city through the good times and the bad. Exactly. Sing away, Gray. Sing away. Straight back up. Leicester City playing football the Enzo way. Yes, indeed. Fee, you're playing catch up by the look of it. Thank you so very, very much. Faye, I've got to say to everybody, Fee normally donates 99p for every goal scored. She missed a few the other day because Apple wasn't working, Apple Pay. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect you to catch up, but I really, really appreciate it always, Faye. It does help. It does help the channel. Thank you so very much. It is, Luke. Totally ridiculous. Time to get your first beer. Well, I'm guessing it's about 11 p.m. over there, Jeff. Nacho. Well, I played it for you, Brad. I played it for you. That's one of the 4 I have predicted. Nacho Man. Paul, Brad will be pleased with his love child. Yes. I think we've got to play this, haven't we, really, for him? You work out which one is Brad and which one is is natural. But it's a free kick on the far side to Stoke. 27 minutes gone, 1-0. Oh, an awful free kick. I agree with what the commentator was saying there. Straight into the arms of Mads Hermansson. So look, Leicester top 30 points. Another 10 points. I think we'll be safe from relegation, won't we? We are top of the league. 10:30, says Jeff. Well, I wasn't far off, mate. Wasn't a bad guess. Of course, you're just before Australia, right? Yeah, I guess that. I guess if it's 10:30 there, it's probably 10:30 for Luke as well. Awful free kick. Anyway, it's a throw into Stoke on the halfway line, halfway into their own half. Oh, now Stoke though. Oh, good tackle there. Good tackle. Was it Chowdhury, I think? And it's ended up back with Hermansson. Right, let's bring you the table up if I can. Wow. Honestly, how good is this season getting? Really? Oh, ball through for Dewsbury Hall, but he can't. Oh, it's a bit too hard for him. He's asking for the corner, but it's gone out for the goal kick. All right, let me... there we go. That's how the table looks at the moment. I think it was a yellow card for Vestergaard with that free kick. Yeah, Yannick Vestergaard has shown the yellow card. Well, let's be honest with you, he's had his ban. He's come back. He might as well carry on where we finished. So he's got to be careful there. It says bad foul here. Was it a bad foul? Hull have fought back against Millwall. Hull are now leading Millwall 2-1. Get in. Preston have equalised against Ipswich. Yes, come on. That's what we want to draw there. We want Ipswich and Preston to draw. It's all going our way at the moment. Our next opponent, Swansea, are losing to Plymouth. Wow. So Inacho scores the goal, assisted by Piera from a pass-through from Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall can't quite get in it. 79% possession for Leicester. 2 shots for Leicester, but it's the one in the goal that matters. You're singing away, Gray. Are you in the pub? Are you in the pub? Oh, Stoke are tackling themselves. So are Leicester now. Dewsbury Hall manages to keep hold of it. A lovely ball to Fatawu. Plays it back to Dewsbury. Oh, it took a deflection, but the deflection took it straight down the throat of the goalkeeper for Stoke. But a good move. He picked Dewsbury Hall out. They're saying that he could have picked another Leicester player out in the box, but look, he picked Dewsbury Hall out. He's one of our top goal scorers this season. I have a whiskey, Chris. How did I guess, Gray? How did I guess? Some true soccer ball being played here. Condis, go again, please. Feel free to go again. It's 1-0 down. Yeah. Oh, dear. We are top of the league. We most certainly are. Oh, Cashaday there. Surely that's a booking off Berger. Yes. Yellow card for Berger. Or is it a piece of cheese? I'm not sure. Come on, let's all do it. Straight back up, straight back up. Leicester City playing football the Enzo way. Yes. Yes, I'm not going to go on. I'm never going to go on X Factor. Don't worry. It's probably as well it's been stopped. But a booking each now. Berger gets the booking. And it's with Chowdhury. We are on 32 minutes. Look at the turkey. What am I saying? It's Christmas nearly. Less than 80 days to go. 4 points clear at the top. Does it get any better than this? 9 points clear of Preston. Come on. What are Preston doing? They're drawing with Ipswich. Of course they are. That's working out well for us there. So, it's with Chowdhury, just inside the Leicester half. Plays it all the way across, cuts out Vestergaard, goes to Sutar. To Eunice. Oh. I think it's a throw-in. I don't think he's going to get a free. I think it's a throw-in that's been given. Let's have a look. Sutar plays it to Eunice. Oh, well, it should be a free kick. But he's given us a throw-in. Say a free kick, though. I mean, the Stoke player ran into him. I don't think, to be honest with you, it probably wasn't a free kick because it's a contact sport. But, you know, you get that used to in the Premier League. If you fart next to somebody, you get a free kick. Phil, thank you, sir. Very kind of you to say so. I don't think I have, but I don't like this. Nobody likes the sound of their own voice, do they? Eunice now to Cashaday. Not having a bad game for his start. I think it's only his second start of the season. Back to Vestergaard. We'll play it across to Chowdhury here, number 17. Chowdhury back to Vestergaard. And they are halfway. I mean, the back line of Leicester is halfway into the Stoke half. Fatawu, oh, unlucky. Fatawu tried to play it in for Dewsbury Hall to run onto, which would have been a good move, but then a little bit too hard, and it goes out for a goal kick. Fella, honestly, I don't think I have. I really, really don't think I have at all. I do a radio show. If you've got nothing to do in the mornings, do go on to www.surreyhillsradio.co.uk or go into TuneIn Radio or your favourite app on the mobile, or ask your speaker to play Surrey Hills Radio 7 to 10 every weekday morning, and you'll hear me doing the breakfast show. That said, you won't hear me next week because I'm off. Having a week off next week because it's international week, so I'm having a week off from the morning show and a week off from the football in the evening. Leicester City throw there, almost just ahead of the penalty box on the far side. Leicester subs are getting a bit of a round of applause as the ball's with Hermansson. It must feel like this is what the ball feels like today, is it? Ipswich have gone 2-1 up against Preston now. 3 shots from Leicester, 2 on target. Nothing from Stoke at the moment. Leicester now coming away. Winks. Plays it over, but it takes a deflection, which means that it doesn't quite fall to Fatawu. I'm not sure which way that's going to go. It's a Leicester throw, I think. Fatawu, I think he presumed it was. It's going to go. He's leaving it for Chowdhury. Leeds 1-0 up against Bristol City. Leicester got odds right up there. Stoke can't get it away here. Just get a free kick. I think he was lucky there. Thank you, Gray. Thank you. Just staying at home. There are a couple of shows next week. We have this show on Wednesday at 7. So Wednesday at 7, we've got the quarter season review. I'll be joined by Kate, who does our match day links from the games, and also Ant from Ant's Leicester fan channel. So that's 7 o'clock on Wednesday, and on Monday we'll be having a classic match review. We'll be talking through the build-up and the day itself, and then obviously the match. Crystal Palace 1, Leicester City 2 in the playoff final, and we'll be joined there by Julian Watts, who of course played in that game and who actually set up the winner for Claridge, heading it back across the box. So Monday night you got the classic match chat, and on Wednesday, both of them at 7 o'clock, the quarter season review. So yeah, I'm just enjoying having lie-ins in the morning. No 6 o'clock get-ups for me. So long ball through, but it's well covered by Sutar. Back to Hermansson. Ends up back with Sutar again. Winks is giving him an option, but giving it away. Stoke have got it now, but it goes all the way back into the Stoke half from a Stoke player. Ipswich looking good. I didn't think they'd be doing this well. I've got to be honest with you. I had them, I think, just for mid-table. So it's with Stoke now. 38 minutes played. Through ball played by Stoke. It's in the centre of the field. They keep hold of it. Ricardo just takes it and plays it back to Hermanson, who chips it out and up to Chowdhury, who can't get over it. A bit of a Schmeichel clearance there. Indeed, Paul and Gray. It's going to be a corner, I think that is it for Stoke. First corner for them on 39 minutes. So it's a corner to Stoke on the near side in front of their own fans. Looks like it's going to be a long one. No, it's not. It's played short. Now it's chipped into the box. There's a player free, and he heads it well over. But he had all the space there. Nobody was picking him up. Nobody was picking him up at all. I was a bit worried. It was a lovely crossing from Stoke, but nobody there. Nobody there. So we're on 40 minutes now. Norwich have gone 1-0 up against Coventry. All the other scores are pretty much remaining the same. Yeah, it's a lovely day for October. They're just saying that the Fatawu on the near side, back to Chowdhury. Chowdhury will give it to Vestergaard. Yeah, Vestergaard will look across to Sutar on the halfway line exactly. Sutar just takes it under control, plays it back to Vestergaard. Plays 1-2 with Ricardo. Now 1-2 with Sutar. What's Sutar going to do with it? He plays it back to Vestergaard. Vestergaard, a long chip forward this time to Fatawu. Lovely ball from Vestergaard. Fatawu can't quite control it, unfortunately, and it goes out for a goal kick. Well, Boris, there are 11 other games you can go and watch, mate. No, I think it's 9 other games. Because there's 10 other games. Oh, excuse me. There's head tennis at the moment. Stoke have it now on the near side. They're closed down and they can't get it through, and it goes out for a Stoke throw-in. Quickly taken by Stoke. Bit of urgency now being shown by Stoke. But everybody sort of, when they do this, it's a case of, true though, Fee, true. You know, I mean, teams sort of seem to step up a gear once they're a goal down. Oh, lovely ball through. Stoke off it. Oh, lovely cross in there. But Leicester, it was just nobody on the end of it for Stoke. The lovely ball in from Stoke. Now Leicester are coming away. Now Dewsbury Hall on the ball down the left-hand side. It's a counter-attack for Leicester. Turns on the box, on the ball does Dewsbury Hall. Finds Fatawu, who's running down the side. Left, it's crossed over by Fatawu. Oh, it's headed out by Stoke player. But it just comes as far as Ricardo. Ricardo on the far side. Winks plays it in. Iheanacho. Dewsbury Hall turns on the ball. Winks tries it. Dewsbury Hall, tries to pass it out to Fatawu. And again, too hard for him. But that all came from an effort there from Stoke that pinged it across the ball. Nobody got on the end of it. I think somebody tried to, but they kicked the air and it just went out, and it was a counter-attack, a good counter-attack by Leicester. Indeed, Highfields. Did he, Gray? I never saw that. Wow, fair play to Pep. Pep must be getting a little bit peed off every time he gets a number 2. Some team comes in and pinches him. So fair play to Pep. And I've got to say about Pep is that, he's not about himself. He's not about like, well, I need this, I need you here, so you've got to stay here. He is with that sort of saying, go on and achieve your dreams. He says that to his number 2s. Oh, Twinkle Toes, Vestergaard. It was a free kick to Leicester off Vestergaard, and it comes out from Hermansen to Chowdhury. Wow. If I say fair play to Pep that he likes to see people that he's bringing through, going ahead and playing ahead, and going their own way, rather than, keeping hold of them and saying, I need you at Man City. Anyway, Chowdhury and Vestergaard. 2 minutes of ninjury time, everybody. 2 minutes. Always pleased when it's 2 minutes because it matches my graphic. Leicester on the ball. Probably Leicester. I mean, a second goal would be nice, but I can imagine that they're going to be quite happy just playing it out this half. Chowdhury to Fatawu on the left. Plays it in all the way back into the midfield, and Vestergaard. Centre circle, but in the Stoke half, plays it out to Suter, who's had a good game. Absolutely nothing wrong with the way Suter's played today. Plays it to Chowdhury. Fatawu is out all on his own, but Chowdhury plays it back inside to Vestergaard. We're into the last minute now. We are literally just playing it out. Chowdhury and Vestergaard playing keep ball. Now it ends up with Suter via Winks. He's going to play it back to Vestergaard. Now Chowdhury plays it out to Fatawu. Is it one last attempt for Leicester? Fatawu turns, loses it. Chowdhury plays it back to Fatawu. Can he get inside? Yes, he can. No, he can't. He's still got the ball though. Oh, now he's lost it. I'd imagine the whistle is going to go any moment now. So Leicester, Suter out to Eunice on the far side, puts it back in. Cashaday turns, chips it back in, but nobody there for Leicester. And so that's going to be half time. Yes, it is. It is half time. Well done to Leicester. I'm going to go and get a drink. So do bear with me. I'm going to water the plants. Yeah, we could do. We could run away with it. You're quite right. But we're going to have a break, and we'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes. Do not go away. While you're waiting, if you haven't done yet, please do subscribe. Or if you don't want to subscribe, please at least smash the likes button. Really does help us, and I'm really so grateful. I'll be back in 5.
is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong Show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die.
Luke, I apologise for keeping you waiting.
Mate.
I had the delivery waiting for me just as I went off to water the plants. Boris not happy, says it's as boring as watching Manchester City. I think he's playing wind up because I just can't believe it. I mean, no, okay, yeah, pedestrian at times, but who gives a shit? We're 1-0 up. Look at the score.
Mate, it's been absolute. I've enjoyed it. You know, having basically at certain points of the game over 80% possession, and it just looks like complete, utter dominance, complete control. It just looks like a training drill.
It does. I mean, look again. We've had 3 shots. They've had 1. We've had 2 on target. It's not like at the start of the season when we were having 15, 16 shots every game. But who cares? Whether you have 15, and I know, all right, if we weren't having any shots at all and losing, then I would be saying something different. But only having 3 shots in a half and winning 1-0, I don't care. But as long as the main stat is the one that's sort of just there.
That's all that matters, mate. And like a lot of our goals are getting scored at the end of the second half, so there could be plenty more to come. And I hope to get my 4-0 still.
Yeah, we do. We wear teams down, don't we? Because, your guy, Sutar, not let anybody down, had a good game for me.
He's had a great first half, but so is your love child, Vestergaard, was absolutely... If I had to do a man of the match for the first half, it would strongly be him. I can't believe because I feel like every week I keep telling myself, Cody's going to come in. Cody's going to come in. Yeah, Yannick's is filling a role. Now it's like I don't know if I think Vestergaard could potentially be the better option, and I can't believe I'm saying this. His passing is brilliant. He was, yeah.
I know. I'm watching. All he's missing from his game is scoring a header from a corner, and he will have his faults. Every player does. Even Messi got things wrong at times. But look, he's always been that way. He's always played that way, but it's just now that he's fitting in a team that plays to his strengths. And but I've been, like I say, Sutar. He's been patient. He's been only been on the bench a few times. I'm sure he's going to be in the Australian side that plays England at the next weekend. But again, for me, a solid back, and even Chowdhury at left back's done nothing wrong. All right, Stoke, in fairness, haven't exactly posed a threat, but you can only do play what what the opposition puts out.
Yes, he's been calm, composed as well, and him and Yannick and Winks have been working beautifully together from playing at the back of that triangle, passing back and forth. It just looks ridiculous. It's like they don't even. That's the thing. Like, in terms of Boris saying it's boring, have you noticed that each week all the teams are playing progressively? I hate to sound big-headed, but teams must be bricking when they come to play us, especially at the King Power. They're getting more and more defensive, coming to park the bus more. It's just do you know what I mean? Yeah. I
think for me, I look at these teams and I think they're coming and thinking a point would be good. So let's play for the point. After they went 1-0 down, they actually did start to get a bit of possession and play. But I still, it's too late then. You 1-0 down. Do you know what I mean? And you're playing the meanest defence in the country. At some point, I'm sure teams will go, well, look, we've got to try something different. But I think teams are coming and trying to come away with a point.
Yes, absolutely. And in terms of like getting stuck into it, then getting back into it, I don't know the lad's name, but I quite enjoy the battle that I'm watching between Fatawu and the guy that he's playing in. They're getting stuck into it on that far deep corner. I've been enjoying it. I don't know if you noticed that it's getting pretty rough.
Yeah, and Boris, this is the last time I'm putting anything up like this, because after this, as I say, I respect your opinion, but I do honestly think you're on a wind-up mission. I remember the old days when Fox's fans went to be football to be entertained and not to be lobotomised. Maybe, but what did we win? We were entertained under Jimmy Bloomfield for years, and we won Sweet FA. As Gray says, we win, that's what counts. Fee, thanks very much for popping in. Yeah, go. There's other obviously Leicester channels about. I was just saying before, you're covering the Australia-England game? Are you doing a watch along for that?
I'm very well thinking about it. Yes, I'm just waiting to hear back from a mate of mine that's a Geordie that's thinking about doing it with me. If not, then yeah, I should be.
My God, that will need subtitles then if you're getting a Geordie in. But good luck with that. We're not covering that, so with it being a friendly, and I'm having a week off, but we'll be covering the multi again the weekend. So if you want to watch Harry Sue talks, I'm sure we're playing for Australia. Leicester Down Under is the channel to go at this Saturday, I believe, isn't it?
Yes.
Great. Oh, I did ask this earlier. Sorry, Matt, and I didn't get a chance to ask yet. How did the five-a-side go?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it, Gray, mate. It wasn't a good one. It was grading. We're kind of tanking a little bit, but I might have let a goal in.
Let's not say too much about that. Let's move quickly on then. So this is the table as it stands at the moment. So Sunderland, I'll go through the half-time scores. Sunderland 0, Middlesbrough 4, obviously from earlier. Cardiff 1, Watford 0. Coventry 0, Norwich 1. Ipswich 3, Preston 1. Leeds 1, Bristol City 1. Leicester 1, Stoke 0. Obviously Millwall 1, Hull 2. Plymouth 1, Swansea 0. QPR 0, Blackburn 2, Sheffield Wednesday, Huddersfield 0-0, Southampton 1-0. Top of the league, 30 points. We're not going to get relegated, are we?
No, mate, we're not. I don't even think we're going to even have to worry about playoffs if we keep going the way we're going. Touch wood.
I know. Second half kicked off, mate. I will see you at the end. Good luck. Thanks very much for popping on. See you later.
See you soon, mate.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Thanks to Luke for coming in. So we've got kicked off the second half. So Stoke coming out. Could have made it 1-1, but the header was poor. We always seem to do this at the start of the second half, don't we? I don't know what's happening with Leicester and the second halves, but it was an attack from Stoke. Stoke in the red and white striped tops, white shorts, white socks, now kicking from right to left. Leicester in their all blue are now defending the Kop end and kicking from left to right. Man United losing again, are they? Gray said he'll coach. Sorry, mate. He's gone again. Exactly, Paul. Exactly, 100%. But look, like I say, everybody's got their opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, whether we agree with it or not. Sweeper keeper Hermansen there, coming out, and it's over with Vestergaard. Vestergaard in the centre of the back three. Plays it forward, gets it back again. Now plays it out to Chowdhury on the left. Chowdhury's had a good game there. Another player, slurping there. Another player who has reinvented himself. How is the Premier League going out of interest? Tottenham beat Luton 1-0. Burnley 1, Chelsea 1. Everton 2, Bournemouth 0. Fair play to Everton. Fulham 0, Sheffield United 0. Man United 0, like you said, Gray. Brentford 1. Man United. 9 points from 7 games at the moment. Oh, Dewsbury Hall there. Clicked the ball in. Couldn't quite get on the end of it, a Leicester player. and it ends up all the way back at Hermansen. Eunice there couldn't quite get the final touch on the ball. But it's still 1-0 to Leicester, 47 minutes gone. Probably actually managed to jump higher than Vestergaard did, or does. Eunice, and he's the smallest man on the pitch. So throw into Stoke. It has gone to Leicester. Oh no, it's gone to Stoke. No, it's gone to Leicester. Leicester Stoke. Who's got the throw in? It has gone to Leicester finally. Chowdhury's saying, like, what the hell's going on? Takes the throw in before the referee changes his mind again. Gets it back, playing 1-2 there. Dewsbury Hall. Winks is on the ball. Vestergaard. Sorry, Sutar it was. Sorry. Plays it out to Eunice. Eunice jinking and playing about with the ball. Ricardo. Cassidy. Sutar, Vestergaard. That's the only problem when they don't play phase. Like with Vestergaard and Sutar, they're both tall players. I can't tell the difference. My eyes aren't good enough to see the strip. Harry Winks now holds on to the ball, outside to Eunice, gets it back on the near side, plays it in. Ricardo, Eunice will pass it back to Winks. Surely, yes. Sutar back to Vestergaard. Inside the Stoke half, though. Plays it out to Fatu. He looks a hot prospect, doesn't he? Fatu. He really does. Oh, plays it. Can he get to it? Yes, he gets it across in there. Excellent. Excellent from Dewsbury Hall. I didn't think he was going to get to it. Gets the cross in and forces a corner from Stoke on the far side. I didn't think Clay was going to get to it, but well done, Dewsbury. Got to it, crossed it first time, and it's a corner to Leicester on the far side. So Dewsbury Hall now, blue boots on the far side. Remember Leicester kicking with the cop behind them from left to right. No, it's a long ball in. Oh, straight into the arms of the Stoke goalkeeper. So Ipswich still 3-1 up at Preston. I think the wheels are coming off Preston's wagon, to be honest with you. Great prospect, Gray. Absolutely great prospect. Stoke now. Forward. But they lose it out. That was a bad ball. Dewsbury Hall. He's thinking about lining it up for a shot. But he's absolutely, it was crowded out there, Dewsbury Hall, but it was a great win. A bit luck of it for Fataru, but who cares? We take it. Chowdhury, back to Vestergaard. On the halfway line. Out is now to Sutar. Out to Eunice now on this near side. Number 29. He's having a good game. Well, everybody's having a good game. Everybody's having a good game. Sutar, Vestergaard. Cross to Chowdhury. That back three. Yeah, 1-1 Anthony. Eunice here. Takes it well. Brings it inside. Looks for options. Cross the field to Chowdhury, who'll find Fatawu on the first. Hugging that line on the far side. Back to Chowdhury. Into Winks. Gets it back from Winks. Plays it forward to Dewsbury Hall, but it ends up with Vestergaard now. Slows it down a little bit. Now it comes out to Sutar, to Eunice again on this side. It's all Leicester again at the moment. Eunice cuts inside. Oh, but 1-2. Couldn't quite find Iheanacho with the ball. At the moment, it's still 1-0 to Leicester. There's some high scores that was being predicted, if you remember. I went 3-0, Jeff 4-0, Luke 4-0, Corey 4-0, Highfields 5-0, Brad 5-0, Elliott, the Stoke fan, he went 2-0. Scott 4-0. Matthew Burke went 2-1. Boris 4-3. Fee went 4-0. Russ went 3-0. Oh! A shot from Eunice there. It was down into the near corner, and it took a decent save, I've got to say. He brought it onto his left foot. It was low and going in the corner, and it needed the save from the Stoke keeper. Nothing spectacular. Always, Jeff. Always will. Always will. You're right. Just a corner to Leicester on the near side, just in front of the Stoke fans. I'm sure Vestergaard's come up for this. Fatawu with the corner in front of the Stoke fans. Chips it into the box, or straight into the goalkeeper's arms again. Travis, the Stoke goalkeeper, plays it out. Hermansen comes out. Sweeper keeper there. Oh, Chowdhury lost out, and now it's a throw in to Stoke on the far side, halfway inside the Leicester half. Indeed, we need that second goal always, but look, let's face it, every game that I've watched recently has played out the same way. Teams are coming, putting numbers behind the ball. We're having to break them down. We break them down, get that first goal, then a bit of a gap, and then at a corner to Stoke on the far side. I forgot what I was going to say then. Yeah, and then we get a couple of late goals because they are knackered. And I think they obviously tried to think, well, we might be able to sneak something here. Corner on the far side to Stoke. Anyway, it's a long chip in. Oh, it fell into the box, but it's cleared out. But absolutely, everybody was up in the Leicester half there. Anthony says Millwall have equalised 2-2. Yes, they have. 2-2 with Hull. It's a throw into Leicester. Quickly taken by Ricardo on the near side. Sutar goes back to Hermansen. Hermansen plays it out to Chowdhury on the far side. One side of the pitch to the other. Blackburn 2-0 up against QPR. Southampton 1-0 up against Rotherham. Leicester 1-0 up against Stoke. Ipswich 3-1 up against Preston. Coventry are losing 1-0 to Norwich. Everything else are draws, either ones or nils. Fatawa. Are we going to see some Leicester substitutions? No, it looks like they've sat down. We are coming up to 60 minutes. Well, it's 56 minutes. So 60-minute mark when the first subs tend to get made. 110 watching. Please subscribe. And please like the video as well. It really helps liking the video. Gets us seen on other people's homes pages that don't subscribe. Probably Gray. I'm not sure when. So Stoke have it on the inside. It was a long cross over from Leicester, but we lost the ball. Now it's a long ball up and under there from Stoke, but they managed to keep hold of it. They've got it in the middle of the field in the centre circle. At the moment, a little bit of Stoke possession. Whether they can do anything with it, they're keeping hold of it. Now it's with their defenders on the halfway line. Leicester closing them down. Turns well, though, the Stoke player. Chips it forward. Vestergaard just tipping it back to Hermansen. Oh, Leicester there. Nah. A little bit of a miscommunication. Sutar puts it out. At least it's gone out for a throw-in. Very well. As his usual self, Anthony is all over the place. All over the place. Swansea equalised against Plymouth, so that's 1-1. Oh, a long throw-in, but it's straight into Hermansen's arms. And he's played it out to Chowdhury. who's bringing it out now on the far side, but plays it inside to Vestergaard. Oh, is Sutar now gone in the middle? Anyway, Eunice coming forward on the near side. Plays it along the side for Cassidy. Into Ricardo. Ricardo goes out to Fatua, but it's a little bit too hard over Fatua's head and goes out. He gets the applause from Fatua, though. Not sure whether Sutar's now moved into the middle. Leicester might be about to make a substitution. It looks like one of the subs is standing up. But Berger plays the ball through now, so it's going to be a free kick to Stoke. Yes, it is. Cassidy a little bit too energetic in the challenge there. So, giving the ball away now. Iheanacho's through, but it's way, way, way too long. No way. Usain Bolt wouldn't have got onto the end of that one, to be honest with you. And it's played out by the Stoke keeper. Stoke with a bit of space on the far side. Still got it now. 1-2 into the Leicester half. Oh, Herberson had to come out there, sliding onto the floor to pick the ball up, just to make sure that there was no danger. Leicester now need to do a second goal. Would be good. Not got brilliant possession, but they are coming back into it more a little bit. Stoke. Leicester got to try and nullify this now. 22% possession for Stoke. But we need to get a second goal, I think. Preston have got a goal back against Ipswich. Leeds have got a goal out ahead against Bristol City. Sorry, Anthony. Blackburn have got a third against QPR. Just to see when we're going to see Blackburn season turn round. Of course, teams that are winning don't want the international break. We've got the international break next week. Oh, nice 1-2 here. Iheanacho, but he loses it. He can't control it, unfortunately. And it's in with the Stoke player now. But they are playing it dangerously around at the back. They've got to be careful. And it goes out. It's a free kick eventually. Cassidy giving away a free kick for Stoke. And Stoke. But Leicester City are going to make the change on the 60th minute. Mavadidi's coming on. Travis, the goalkeeper for Stoke, is on the floor. Not sure what's happened. He could be injured. Don't know what's happened. Hope he's okay. Eunice is coming off for Mavadidi. You could have probably guessed that, couldn't you? I mean, normally it's always the other way around. Eunice comes on, doesn't he? But Akgun goes off and Mavadidi comes on. And it'll just be, as Matt Elliott's saying here, injecting a bit of pace. I mean, I said to Anthony, I don't know if Anthony's still in the chat, Arsenal fan, I said, like, Mavadidi was known as the Arsenal star, wasn't he, for a while when he was younger? Superstar. He's gone for, looks like Travis is up. I think he's maybe just caught his foot. Cardiff 1, Watford 1. There's a lot of draws in the division today. On the near side, just in front of the away fans, the free kick to Stoke, in which Travis is going to take it, their goalkeeper. Luke, I can't argue with you, mate. You know me, you're going to get no arguments off me. So Int'l can't get through. He's crowded out by Stoke defenders, and it's out for a throw into Leicester, just in front of the opposition dugout. But yeah, totally, Luke. Cannot argue with that. And it's back. Zutar. Back to Hermanson. Vestergaard across to Zutar, who's back on the on this right at the back three now. Still Ipswich 3, Preston 2. We need Preston to get another goal, please. QPR 0, Blackburn 4 now. Gray, man of my own liking. Like the cut of your jib there, Gray. So Stoke have got it by the right corner flag as they're attacking. Is that going to be a corner? Yes, it is. It's a corner to Stoke on the far side. 78% possession to Leicester still. 5 shots to Leicester, 2 to Stoke. But at the moment, it's Stoke that are in the attacking. But it can't. Stoke got it to the byline, but then ran out of options. But we've put it away. Oh. There will be a free kick now to Leicester. Fatawu on the far side. I was looking at the guy went down. Stoke City player went down in the penalty box, but I think he went down. I think he's more likely to get an Oscar than he is a penalty, to be honest with you. Oh my God, yes. Give him an Oscar. Give that man an Oscar from Stoke. Oh, come on. But then it went out to the number 6 and Fatawu took him out, and that is a free kick. So right-hand side, halfway, if you can imagine, between the 6-yard and the penalty box. So it's a free kick to Stoke. Worrying times now for Leicester. Chipped in from Stoke. It's a long ball across. And they've still got it in. They've kept it in Stoke, but it's out near the far near flag. They're playing it between themselves. No, Leicester get in. Get a good foot in there from Leicester. And they break away now. This is Mamadidi. Oh, sorry, Fatawu. Fatawu's been moved over to the right. I do apologise. Lovely ball in, but it's straight. Nobody there. And it was an easy one for Travis in the Stoke goal. Mamadou, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day. How the devil are you? 126 of you in. Let's please see some subscriptions and definitely let's see some likes. We can do this. So free kick to Chowdhury was definitely pushed there. I think Stoke are getting a little bit frustrated now. So it's still 1-0. $63 likes. Can we get up to 100? We've got 127 people in the chat, or watching, I should say. Senegal, welcome along, Mamadou. You are most welcome, sir. You are most welcome. Like you say, Foxes never quit. Or maybe we did last season, but we'll forget about that. Anyway, Leicester with the ball. Oh, Stoke still have the ball. Stoke enjoying probably their best. Through here for Stoke. Stoke low. Oh, side netting, but it takes the guys out for a corner. He's got a corner, number 35 for Stoke, Mr. Lowe. And you know what? This is probably the best period of play for the whole game for Stoke at the moment. So, Stoke are getting back into this game. Leeds 2, Bristol 1. Oh, awful by Stoke. Give it away. And Leicester break now. Iheanacho's further up. Can he find him? Well, look, is it Mavididi on the ball at the moment? Stoke have got it back now. Now it was Mavididi then who had it at the end, but he lost it. It was crowded out. Just so many Stoke players around him. So, Leicester now. Still got it. Oh, they hold on to it well there, Leicester, and it's back with Chowdhury. We do. To be honest with you, it's hard to say. I think Vestergaard is up there, definitely. I've been impressed with Fatawu as well. Probably, I probably wouldn't argue with that, just to change it up a little bit. Phil. And Carl is in. Good evening, good afternoon, Carl. Iheanacho now. Fatawu! Oh! Oh, that was nearly his first goal for Leicester. It was a nice move from Leicester there. Iheanacho passes it over to Fatawu, who cuts on the inside again. Let's see how close that was. It was quite close, that. I think everybody thought it was in. Should have been his first goal for the club. So Iheanacho forward now. Oh, it has to come out and head it, Travis. Now Leicester coming back. They're saying, right, you've woken us up now. Leicester. Fatawu on the near side. Oh, the left-footed shot, but it goes straight at the goalkeeper. So 1-0 it remains. Swansea now leading Plymouth 2-1. So, Nacho couldn't control it. We do need this second goal. Everybody's saying it. It would just calm us down a little bit. Oh, Cassidy played well there to keep control. Oof. Anybody else getting nervous here? Oh, now he's through! Dewsbury Hall! Oh, good goalkeeping from Travis there. Dewsbury Hall was through one-on-one. He had defenders either side of him. But, he certainly had one on him, sorry. But he came out Casper-like, to be honest with you, Travis, there, and prevented what looked to be a Leicester goal.
Work is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
So, we are into the 75th minute. It's a goal kick to Leicester. Jamie Vardy is about to come on, and Ndidi is about to come on as well. Not bad substitutions to bring on. I'm guessing Vardy's going to be for Nacho, and I have a feeling Ndidi might be for Cassidy. We'll find out after this goal kick, which is taken. Oh, the free kick to Leicester there. It was a wrestling move. But at least we can make the changes now. Cassidy, is coming off for Ndidi. Phil, you nailed it, mate. You nailed it. Andreas, I hope so. It would be another second goal would be good. I'm sure Boris would love Vardy to come on and get a second one. Let's see if if you're a knackered defence, you're now looking and thinking, bloody hell, Vardy's coming on. So let's have a look. We are into the last 13 minutes. Vardy chases the ball down, but it is played back to Travis. They're playing it around at the back. Stoke. This could be down. No, it could be dangerous, but it's a long ball out. A long ball out. So let's see what we can do there. Leicester now. Oh, it's on the far side. 1-0. Still 3-2 between Ipswich and Preston. Oh. And it's there! And it's Vardy! And it's 2! He's been on less than 5 minutes!
Oh! Back of the net.
Yeah, indeed. 2-0. Oh, unbelievable. Was it Mamadidi on the right-hand side here? Let's have a look. So Dewsbury's goal's got the ball, plays it across the box. Fatawu, Ndidi, he's across the box. Let's have a look at it again. So Dewsbury Hall across the 6-yard box. Fatawu plays it in. Ndidi kicks it across, maybe a missed kick. Vardy is there, and it is 2-0. 2-0 to Leicester. I mean, come on. Are you bored now? Are you bored now, Boris? Vardy scored. Are you bored? $175th goal for Jamie Vardy there. There we go. 2-0. 2-0. Well, I'm sure, Boris, you're wanking one out now, aren't you? Not to be blunt, but Vardy's come on, and of course you're going to say what an exciting game it's going to be now for the last 10 minutes. Vardy needs rest, that's why he didn't start. He's that you, Gray, me, Gray, we're sensible. But then again, we haven't got our dicks up Vardy's arse. Boris, you do push it sometimes, but I love you, mate. Love you. Game, set, and match. Passing is sublime. He's the GOAT. Yeah. Couple of spoilers, Chris. Who spoiled it? Yeah. Okay. In fairness, Condi is a Stoke fan, so I've put him on time out. I have banned the other one as well.
It's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home.
Stoke fans now leaving the pitch. Leaving the ground. I think they know. 9 minutes, it's all over. Come on, one more, and I'll get 3 points in the prediction league. Come on, Leicester. Don't let me down. Stoke come forward. But they lost it now. Leicester got possession back almost straight away. Definitely Gray. So yeah, at the moment it's another clean sheet for Leicester. Ipswich now gone 4-2 up against Preston. Yes, there is. Matt Elliott said no need to go chasing for the third goal. Matt, shut up, mate. We want a third goal for Leicester. Cheerio, cheerio, cheerio. Oh, Leicester, Stoke give it away. Oh, Fatawu now. Oh, come on. I should have. Mamadidi, he plays against a Stoke defender. Fatawu there. I mean, I think he was going past every Stoke player that was available. I didn't have your prediction, Paul. At the moment, though, Elliott, the Stoke City fans got it dead on. Did you put your prediction in at the start of the show, Paul? I haven't got it down. Leicester making more changes now. And why not? Cody's coming on. Cody for Sutar. And he's getting a really good round of applause. And Albrighton's coming on. Not sure who Albrighton is coming on for at the moment. Fatawa, who nearly just scored an amazing goal. Remember what happened last time Albrighton came on? Put the ball into the box. We scored. So come on, just another, a repeat of that. But at the moment, it's a free kick to Leicester, halfway into the Stoke half on the far side. Winks takes the free kick, plays it over to Vestergaard. Sorry, he played it to Cody, who's now played it to Vestergaard, who's played it across to Chowdhury. Oh, Winks now. Nobody cutting him out. Leicester playing it around. Dewsbury Hall crosses it in, but it's headed out by Stoke. Leicester still have the ball, though. Leicester go for this third. They've got 2 minutes. They have got 5 minutes to try and find the third. Come on, Leicester. Fair enough, Paul. Sorry, mate. I was just comparing it to those that said it at the start. So well done for that, mate. No, I don't give a damn. I'll take a point as long as Leicester get 3. Phil, don't be naughty now. Don't be naughty. So 4 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Come on, Leicester.
Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Travis there, stopping it, making it win 3-0. Indeedy. Oh, Indeedy sticks his long legs out, pulls it across. Somehow, Travis sticks his hand out, gets the ball. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Paul. I'll believe you. Oh, Indeedy there. That's a couple of efforts from Indeedy. It was a header this time. Oh, that was only just wide. Wow. That's on target. It's in the back of the net, says Matt Elliott. Doing his best Michael Owen there. But it was close, in fairness. It was close. Stoke now making a change. Right, Gale is coming on. I don't know what he hopes to do in the last few minutes. Swansea 3-1 up at Plymouth now. Turned it round totally there. So we are 10 points as it stands, clear of third. A draw would have been nice, but I'd certainly have an Ipswich win because it keeps us at that, like I say, that 10 points above Preston. So let's Stoke have it now. And it's played back to their goalkeeper, Travis. Who's kept the score low. He has kept the score low. Elizabeth, hello, how are you? Thank you so very much. Pittsburgh, wow, there's another American massive. I do like these Americans coming in. Well, welcome along. I hope you are well, Elizabeth. Now, Gray. Now. Let's be magnanimous. Paul, yes. I mean, we don't want the international break, do we? Players get injured, momentum being broken. But I don't think Enzo will let the momentum be broken. I mean, we lost to Hull, didn't we? After the international, before the international break, but we came back after the international break. Who did we play? We beat Southampton 4-1. So I don't know. Swansea, how do you fancy it? In fairness, I don't mind them generally. It gives me a bit of a break. Five minutes of ninja time. Wow. 5 minutes, everybody. Time for another goal. Let's be honest with you. But no, I get the fact that nobody else likes international breaks. I do get that, but it does give me a break as well. So I'm not too anti them. Oh, Leicester win the ball brilliantly there. That was Ricardo. Oh, it's over to Chowdhury on the far side. 5 minutes. So Leicester just playing now. I think with 5 minutes to go, you can say that the 3 points are ours. But, please, one more goal so I can get 3 points. Just one, Leicester. Come on. A corner. Vestergaard goes up. Knock it in. Still, Scott, eh? Still. Exactly, Gray. We want 3. We want 3. No, indeed, he is through now. Oh! Oh! He was through there, indeed. Oh, he probably that touch probably just took it too far. His first touch probably let him down slightly, took him a bit wide. Was it a corner? No, it wasn't. Good defending there, as always, from Vestergaard. You would have wanted that to fall for Vardy. Let's be honest. Leicester for life, thank you for popping in those, sir. Thank you. Chris wants 3. Chris wants 3. I want 4. Oh, we'll take 2 though, won't we, Jeff? We'll take 2. 1 point in the prediction league and 3 points for Leicester. A cross in from Stoke goes up. Hermanson jumps and claims it, and Enders falls onto the ball. Pickford-esque falls down just to make sure that he's got it. So another green marker onto the. It's a fine Leicester team at the moment, yes. Now, Brighton inside to Ndidi. Vardy runs off the ball, but it's Dewsbury Hall. 1-2 with Winks. Out now to Chowdhury, just inside the half, inside the second half. Just inside the Stoke half. Playing 1-2s here. Ricardo and Vestergaard. Vestergaard chips the ball forward. Lovely ball. Dewsbury Hall. Oh, no. How did he not? Oh. Come on, Leicester. Come on. Whoa. Thing is, though, Scott, we'll all be happy with 2, won't we? We will all be happy with 2. Mm-hmm. It's 2-0 now. This looks like it's going to end 2-0. And that's the full-time whistle. It is 2-0 to Leicester. And I will be back in a few minutes. So do stay with us. And we'll be with you after this break. Full-time, though, Leicester City 2, Stoke City 0. Just bring anybody on. I don't care. Just bring the Brazilian national team on. We'll be back after this.
Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
for all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
Come on, you foxes, indeed. Luke, I mean, let's just say for sort of a moment, I think Boris is off with his tissues because I think he must have wanked himself into a little stupor there when Vardy came on and scored. But look, no, fair play, 2-0, totally in control, top of the league, going back up, playing football the Enzo way.
Oh, what more can you say? Again, a complete shutout once again.
Unreal. Let me just get this up. You're breaking up a little bit. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you okay now, mate.
No, okay, now, brilliant. Look, 2-0 doesn't really say much. It could have been 3 or 4. Indeed, unfortunately, today just wasn't going to get on the end of it, was he? But he had a couple of good attempts. But let me just say, look, it's been a while, but I'm going to start playing this again.
Yes! 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 Oh, God. Oh, I'll have what she's having.
And why not? Look, let's just go to the score. Sunderland 0, Middlesbrough 4, Cardiff 1, Watford 1, Coventry 1, Norwich 1, Ipswich 4, Preston 2, Leeds 2, Bristol 1. Sorry, Anthony. Leicester 2, Stoke 0, Millwall 2, Hull 2, Plymouth 1, Swansea 3, QPR 0, Blackburn 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Huddersfield 0, and at the moment it's still Southampton 1, Rotherham 1. Rotherham pulled a goal back there, just playing stoppage time there. But should we have a look at the table?
Yes, mate, please.
Yeah, let's have a look how good that looks. Look, 30 points, 10 points clear of third going into the international break. Even more green, the green grass of home. All right, Ipswich, Preston would have been handy to be a draw, but I suppose if one team had to win, I'd have been quite happy for Ipswich to win because it keeps Preston below us. Looking good, though, doesn't it?
Looking good, mate. Everyone else has got nothing to do but look up to us.
No. For some reason, the green's gone. I don't know why, against our name. There we go. Let's get it back. Yeah, they have to look up to us, don't they? They can't do anything else. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to keep my feet on the ground, but surely we're going up, aren't we?
Oh, no, I keep trying to tell myself every week to rein it in a little bit and not get too ahead of ourselves, but it's hard not to. It's just looking more and more dominant each week.
Yes, yeah. I mean, only 2 points clear of Ipswich, so we have got to accept that. But the good thing is we haven't really, yes, we lost to Hull, but we haven't had that bad run yet that every team seems to get. But, even if we have a bad run, 10 points ahead of Preston, and this is if Preston win every single game, we're going to have a bad run, but still stay, I think, in the top 2.
Yes, 100%. Like, do you think, like, with the depth that they have, Ipswich and Preston can even stay in there towards the back end of the season? Or
Preston,
do you expect them to?
No, Preston, no. I don't think they will, because they always seem to drop off. They always have a reasonable start. Good start, I think, probably even surprised them. Ipswich, look, they're new, so there's a surprise to the league. So they're surprising everybody. One of the new teams coming up, always seem to do well. Blackpool, when they first got promoted to the Premier League, were top of the league one week. But Ipswich, they've got a good manager there. And I wouldn't be... I think they'll be in or around the playoffs, Ipswich, at the end. I don't know who will be up there with us in the number 2 position. But, yeah, I think you've got to say it's going to be Leicester plus one other. And like I said, I don't want to come across as cocky, but it is looking that way, isn't it?
It is looking that way. And it's like, it's not really cocky when people complain about the list that we have, like the depth. It's just the talent that's there. Like a lot of these still Premier League quality players from the last season that we have retained, and the players that we're wanting to be, playing in the Premier League. These young people were brought in, so yeah.
I mean, I would have liked another goal because I predicted 3-0. I've actually got to say well done to Elliott, the Stoke fan, who predicted 2-0 to Leicester. And as Boris says there, Ipswich have done well to still only be 2 points behind us. They have, but they have got a good manager. Everybody's agreeing with everybody else. We will take some shifting from the top. Let's face it, when you're winning, you don't want an international break, do you?
No, you don't. I always feel like a bit uneasy when there's an international break, wondering what all the other teams are doing and how we're going to come and we're going to bounce back. We're going to hit the ground running when we come back. But we did after the last one, so I'm pretty confident that we'll be okay.
We did. I mean, we came back from the last international break having lost to coming back to beating Southampton 4-1. So, watch out Swansea, as they say. I'm going to play this. I'm going to actually play this. I'm going to play this for Boris because we take the piss out of him, but fair play to Boris. Let's play this for him.
Oh, back of the net.
It was a simple tap-in the end. Whether it was a missed kick from Ndidi, I don't know. That's what they were saying on the commentary. But it fell over, and Vardy, let's face it, he couldn't miss, could he?
No, he couldn't. Simple tap-in, beautiful. Get the crowd out, hyped up. It was beautiful. I love to see Vardy come on and score. I think that I forgot the commentator's name, but he was saying he has yet to score coming off the bench. And that was his first time being a impact sub.
Matt Elliott, I think it was the co-commentator.
Matt Elliott, yeah.
Yes, yeah. No, he did. He said that, like you say, but he's done it now. And fair play to him. If he does that all season for us, then all well and good. Look, I mean, Gray's just said there. Look, we are too good. Well, he says we're too good for the championship. The way to go yet, but at the moment it looks like we are. Somebody just said last season we had 34 points, mate, all season. We're on 30. I'm slowly forgetting last season. And can I just say, last season we actually only won 9 games. We've actually won 10 so far this season, and we've only played 11.
That's why I'm so happy every week, and that's why I don't mind blowing my own trumpet, Gray, after the season we've just been through. And that's why I also can't understand Boris. I respect everyone's opinion, but saying it's boring. Like, do you remember we'd go 1-0 up a lot of those games last season, and then all of a sudden it was like, all right, we close shop. And then it's like any single time there was a counter, I was like, here we go. We're going to concede. You never, ever felt comfortable defending last season. This season is completely new machine.
And last season, don't you think that we also we seem to, even if we were 1-0 up, or if we played really well in the first half but not taken advantage, start of the second half, we were so vulnerable. And I kind of feel that a little bit this season as well.
Sometimes for me, but not as much really, especially with like our wingers, like that first half, like Yunus and Fatawi were absolutely doing the dog's work, tracking back, doing some amazing defending. Like you never saw Harvey Barnes do that last season. So that's why I feel a lot more confident in the defense and how it's been organized, and especially having Mads Hermansen and his ball distribution. The one person I want to talk about is Yannick Vestergaard. Was absolutely brilliant with his ball disposal tonight. Absolutely brilliant, mate. That was one of his best games I think I've ever seen.
You carry on. In fact, there we go. Just carry on.
Righto. He was coming out. He was even coming with headers, clearing his line. It was absolutely excellent. Like these balls coming out through the middle, feeding a lot of the players. It all started with Yannick Vestergaard, and no one touched the ball more than him or Winks that first half. I would love to see how many touches Yannick Vestergaard had that game.
It is. And all right, we are playing. I mean, it was Kate who sent me a thing through last week, I think it was. And Vestergaard's had more touches with 10 games this season than Robert Huth had in the championship winning season. He only had 2 less touches than Wes Morgan had in the whole of the championship winning season as well. So, but we are playing a different style to that, aren't we? Because we are playing it around the back a lot. And, Vestergaard, yes, he was holding the ball up. Yes, he was stood on the ball. he's obviously being told to do that. He's being told to slow it down. And, it does bring, he's saying, like, well, if you want the ball, come and get it. But he has some amazing passes on the end of it, doesn't he?
He does. You can see that there's a different level between him and especially Harry. Like Connor Cody, I thought didn't get that much time, but he was reliable. But Harry Suter had not a bad game, but sometimes you could see that the quality in his pass is completely different to Yannick Vestergaard, and hence why for the majority of this season he hasn't been in Enzo Maresca's plans.
Right. We're going to get Kate in. Do you need to go at all, Luke?
I'm pretty excited now, so we'll do it properly. It's all good.
Well, let's bring Kate in. Kate.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Hello. I don't know what network she's with, but she's frozen again. No, she's frozen again. I've just had the man of the match come through from Alan, but we'll save that till later. I want to give a shout out to Sutar. I mean, he got a lovely round of applause when he went off, but to me, again, absolutely did nothing wrong.
No, he didn't do anything wrong. No, it's the ball moves a lot faster, in my opinion, from what I've seen with Wout facing that side. But absolutely, what an excellent option to have. And he's also really handy. I would love to see him. You see him a lot for Australia, get a lot of goals from set pieces with the header. So I'm just waiting to see one from him. That would be brilliant. He does give you that threat up forward.
He does. And like I say, got a really good round of applause when he was taken off. You mentioned before, didn't you, about Enzo saying about Faze. Maybe he's given the ball away a bit too much. There are mistakes in Faze. He has been caught on the ball a couple of times. And maybe Sutar, let's be honest with you, apart probably because it's a back three that we play basically, isn't it? Because Ricardo moves up into the middle. And you've got to look at the back three that we have. James is coming in and out of the side. Vestergaard seems to be the only regular. There's no reason why Sutar. I mean, Sutar. That was very posh, wasn't it? Sutar. Suter. He's got to be included in that, in my opinion. Now he's got to be given consideration to be a regular part of that rotating defence.
Absolutely, and it's very interesting because the more I think about these people, and I start wondering, I wonder what's going to happen in January. Who's going to go out? Because apparently he nearly went to Rangers to play with his brother the last transfer window. But if there's an injury, it's good to have these players, and I think he's one that we might hang on to.
Well, yeah, I mean, in January as well, we have to think. Although I said that, I think we only lose about 3 players to the AFCON. I don't think we'd actually lose that many simply because of the teams that have qualified. So, yeah, exactly. No, let's just try and get Kate in again. Kate, you need to change your network.
Well, I borrowed someone else's phone as well, and that wasn't working either.
Oh, welcome along. Hey, look, 9 wins all of last season, 10, and we've only played 11 games this season.
Oh, crikey, what a stat that is. I wasn't really aware of that, but yeah, crikey, unreal. Yeah, brilliant. I thought it was a bit dry today, wasn't it? But we got the job done at the end of the day, and that's what matters. I didn't think we were totally at the races, but...
You said turgid, boring. Look,
Say it again.
Sorry, Boris, who comes in the chat saying like it's turgid and boring, but I don't care if we're winning.
Yeah, same. Yeah, absolutely. And it wasn't boring because we weren't trying to play football. I just thought how Stoke set themselves up first half was an absolute shambles, to be honest. They had a full house there today. Their away support pays good money to watch that, and we tried to break them down and trying to stick to our game plan, but it was just anti-football and really frustrating at times. But we got the job done. Not all games are going to be pretty. A lot of teams are going to do that against us because we're doing so well. So we are the team to beat. But it was disappointing not to see a proper game of football first half.
It was, but Luke, you were saying before, teams are going to come, aren't they, Luke? And they are going to defend and defend and defend. But surely at some point they've got to realise that they do that, we'll nick a goal here and there, and then we'll go towards the end of the game when they're knackered, bring Vardy on and just kill the game off.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another thing to mention about Enzo. The second, those subs, as soon as Vardy and Wilfred Ndidi came on, it completely changed the game. It was at the perfect right time and the tempo of the game to bring them on. They're starting to gas. They're losing confidence. They've conceded. And it was just brilliant game management from Enzo Maresca yet again. Every time he makes a sub, it's a positive influence in the game.
It's funny that to have a manager that does that, isn't it, Kate?
Absolutely, yeah. I felt there was about 15 minutes prior to the change where we had our backs to the wall a bit. Stoke decided to come alive for 10 or 15 minutes, didn't they? And I really kind of wanted them to make a change at that point. But I suppose you've got to wait and see and wait and allow us to try and recover and weather the storm, because you need to practice that. And we did it really well. And yeah, I think Vardy and Wilf just brought on that bit of class and added a bit of ease to the performance and took some of the pressure off us, because they were just a cut above as soon as they came on, really, as well.
Yeah, great. It's great to have players like that that come on and say. Great to have a manager that actually knows how to use his substitutes correctly. Look, I'm not going to talk about it hard because Luke's already said it all for me. But what I want to talk about is the people will just think I'm having an affair with him. But I want to ask you about
Sorry, I'm going past something really noisy.
I wasn't sure whether that was you or Luke breaking windshield.
You can see it behind. It's a big digger, so I just had to navigate it. Can you repeat that again? I didn't hear you, sorry.
No, I don't want to say too much about Vestergaard because again, it's just week in, week out. We just know we've got a new player there. All I want to say, quick question for you, Kate, about Vestergaard is: do we give him a new contract?
I don't see why we wouldn't, but it's whether he wants to play.
Yeah.
It's whether he wants to play, because both teams have got to be fully committed for it to work, and he's got that commitment at the minute. We can see it. So it's just what he's thinking. I mean, you don't know that he's not pre-agreed something in the summer because of how he probably was feeling at that point. So I don't know, but I think it's fair to offer him, absolutely, because he's waited in the wings for so long. It's really difficult to come back out of isolation and quarantine, basically, and he's done it so well. And he was marshalling around the back today, giving Hamza what for quite a few times, and he's taking it really seriously, and it's good to see. So yeah, if both parties want it, then absolutely.
Yeah. And Luke was saying the same, but I'm going to say, in fairness, Luke, being an anti-dipper, I can never say that word, coming from Australia, I've got to say, Kate, your thoughts on Sultan. He had another absolutely fantastic game, and the fans seemed to appreciate him when he was taken off.
Who was that? Sorry, Fatawu?
Sutar.
Who did you say that? Sorry, Sutar, sorry. Yeah, I thought he got turned way too easy. There was someone turned him. Can you hear me? I've gone past the pub. Can you hear me?
We've got you back now.
Is that okay?
We've got you back. I think. I'm just impressed that Kate manages to go past the pub and not go into the pub.
Off them again.
I think we're losing you, Kate. We'll just give her a second just to see if she gets further away from the pub. I think we're going to lose her altogether now. I think so. I think she's gone. I think she has gone. Your man of the. Matthews. I was just going to say that. Your man of the match, Luke.
It has to be Vestergaard, mate. He was just that's his best game I think I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you, but let me just whilst you do that. But talk to me about the overall performance. I mean, 14. Oh, hang on, she's back. She's back. She's back from outer space.
I'm like Arnie.
I thought you'd actually nipped into the pub then.
Yeah, so I thought Suter got turned at one point during the first half. I thought it was pretty poor from his point of view, but he did okay. He wasn't as good as Vestergaard. I think that's become a bit more apparent. But he did okay. I mean, there wasn't a lot for him to do, but what he did, mostly he did okay.
Again, I mean, he nearly left us. I think he's an option as a squad player if he wants to stay.
Yeah, I'm just not sure from today what his commitment is to us. I think Yannick has done a full 180. I don't think Suter's there yet, in my personal opinion, but he did okay. He's going to be involved a bit more, get him a few, because he's going to be rusty, isn't he? We've got to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I thought it was nice to give him a game against his old club, but yeah, the jury's still out for me on that. I don't know what's gone on. There must have been something gone on. But he didn't let anybody down today. I thought he did a solid performance. I just thought Yannick showed how much he's come on this past few months, because he was better than him today, definitely.
Luke's just gone for Vestergaard as his man of the match. Before I let you go, who was your man of the match for the day, Kate?
Gosh. Yeah, I'd say the same, I think, if you can hear me.
We can hear you. We can always hear anybody that plays with Vestergaard. I'll always be able to hear that.
Hello, I'm here. Yeah, I agree. Vestergaard for me, I think, today.
Brilliant. Well, have a safe journey home. It's a short one, obviously, for you today. And we'll see you Wednesday night for the quarter season preview, which I think will be nice. I think it'll be a good show.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it. But I'll see you Wednesday. All right, see ya. Andrew, bye. Bye.
I don't know what network she's on, but I think she needs to change it. So 2 of you going for Vestergaard for man of the match.
Yeah, mate. Harry Winks. Okay, I just seen that. Harry Winks was a close shout, mate. He had a great game.
He did. I'm surprised he hasn't got more, to be honest with you. I'm going to stop saying Vestergaard all the time because, like I say, people are going to be saying well, you were already saying it, like my love child and what have you. But Harry Winks was the one for Alan, who was at the match. Now, team performance, and I think when we look at these team performances, I can't believe how low they're being given by Alan. Well, I can understand why he's giving low team performances. Pretty much a little bit along the lines, but probably not quite as much as sort of Boris is saying that. But when you look at sort of the overall performance, we are being stifled by the opposition, aren't we?
Yeah, 100%, mate. Like we've got a okay, I can see that now. 6. I personally can't go with anything below a 7 if you've got a clean sheet, especially where I didn't feel threatened really at any point of that game. Shots on target from Stoke, like they were never really in danger. So for me, my opinion, my score would be an 8. And I think there's still so much more we can do, but to have that much possession, not be threatened at all, you can't not give a lower score.
No. I kind of understand the 6 because, all right, we joke about Boris, and it isn't the most, I suppose from a neutral's point of view, if you went to these games, you wouldn't be sat there on the edge of your seat. But, as Leicester fans, we don't want to be on the edge of a seat. We want to be comfy and 2 or 3-0 up, don't we? So, but I do get the sort of, with the first half, the 6th performance. But you say, the substitutions that Enzo, not just in this game, but in any games, he seems to be making the right substitutions at the right time. Now, I'm not saying that when he makes the substitutions that he suddenly goes and changes the whole formation or the style. He isn't doing. He's replacing like for like, but the players are there that can just, or they swap in, a left midfielder for a left midfielder. Let's say it just changes the dynamics, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. And he's making people flexible as well. He's making subs and people are rotating out of positions they don't normally play. It's so much better than what we got used to last season of Brendan Rodgers. Oh, it's 85 minutes. Better being Daka on. Oh my God.
Yes, exactly. Talking to Daka, I mean, do you think he's going to get any sort of movement this, well, not say movement, but sort of any game time? I think he's actually off to the to AFCON. But with Tom Cannon coming back, I can't. I mean, well, we said this about Souttar. In fairness, a few. You see, I'm at it again, Souttar. A few weeks ago, but I can't see any way back for Daka at the moment.
No, neither can I. And it's a shame because we paid a lot of money for him. I was quite excited when he was first signed, but he's been really frustrating to play. I would say that come January, the three biggest asterisks for me in terms of outgoings would be Daka, Souttar, and Everson.
Matthew, appreciate that, mate. Thank you so very, very much. Really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah. Free. She was in a different chat for the second half, so I didn't get me 99p for the second goal. Joking, Kate, if you're watching, I'm joking. I really do appreciate that, Matthew. Thank you so very much. Just help the channel. Yeah, I mean, who can forget 4 goals against Moscow in the Europa League? You know, he's thought, wow, what a player have we got here? But he's not getting regular time. And then when you look at Iheanacho back in the day, you know, when he was coming on for the odd appearance here and there, we were saying the same about him. But Daka's not getting those appearances even, is he?
No, we got a run of games, I think, for about 6 or 7 games. I remember mid to early last season, but not really since then. And we've only seen him come on briefly, I think, in Carabao Cup appearances. So if we don't see him, in the next couple of weeks, it's safe to assume that he's going out. He's going in January.
I think so. Gray says Daka, we don't want to play. If he does, would have put out money on to his former club.
His style doesn't suit Enzo's, in my opinion. He's on that break kind of counter sprint kind of real pace player. He can't really play with his back to goal. That's why, sorry to cut off, that's why I don't think he's going to be in Enzo's plans, mate.
But I think a bit like we're going to have the problem with Vardy is how do we replace Vardy with the same way of how we're going to replace Mahrez? I mean, how long did it take us to find, until this season, really? So it's taken us almost 8 seasons to be able to find somebody that we can say has replaced Vardy. Has replaced Mahrez. I think it will be the same with Vardy, but who knows? Maybe an injury. But I think if the injury doesn't come and Cannon is back, and then Vardy gets injured, I think Cannon gets the call. To be honest with you,
that's why I think that we're not going to use Daka. The fact that we even signed Cannon is a big statement in itself in terms of Patson Daka. That's 4 strikers.
When you look at the way as well, who would have thought we would have gone out and signed a new goalkeeper? We all thought Everson was going to be a shoe-in for the number 1 spot, and that we'd have either Ward or Stolchik coming through for the number 2. Went out, bought a goalkeeper, obviously plays him when you decide to play him, and I think it's the same with Cannon as well.
Exactly, mate. That's literally what I was just about to say. You've read me notes. That's what I mean by statement. That it was more so, in my opinion, though, for Everson to not be the number 1. That was huge. I did not expect that, and I was a bit iffy about that at first. I felt kind of sorry for him, but the more you see Mads play, it's really, really evident that he's a level above, and it's a shame because I think before Mads got this string of games, was not Everson, not Schmeichel's number 2. Now it's definitely Mads, and he's going to be knocking at the door for that spot for the Denmark.
Yes, yeah.
Number 1, mate.
I think probably Kasper had a word, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, Mads was the number. I think he was the under 21 goalkeeper, and I think he was number 2 for a few games as well. But you can't drop him. He's done absolutely nothing wrong. But Gray says here, can't wait to see to see Cannon. I'm sure when he's fit and round to go, will come out all guns blazing, no pun intended, because he did well for Preston, didn't he? And that's why we bought him.
Yeah, mate. He, like I said, he's a brilliant shot stopper. He just
on the ball. Sorry, about Cannon.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, he did well for Preston last season in the Championship.
Yeah. I haven't. To be honest with you, mate, I haven't seen too much of him, and I don't like giving a good rundown of analysis of just watching highlights. I'd rather wait until I see him play, and then I'll tell you what I think of him. But I'm excited to see him play.
Yeah. Right, mate. Well, I'll let you go because it's must be about 1 o'clock in the morning at least over there.
Yeah, it's 12:30 in the morning.
In the morning. Well, I'm sure the missus is keeping the bed warm for you.
Yeah, mate. Thanks for having me on, Chris. I appreciate it, mate.
as always, mate. Thank you so very much. Check Leicester City. Is it Leicester City down under or Leicester down under?
I think it's a bit of both, mate. I've got to figure that out, don't I? Leicester City down under.
Well, give a shout out to where people can find you, and of course, probably going to be covering the England-Australia game as well.
Yes, I'll know by about Wednesday where I'm at with that. But you can find me at Leicester City Down Under, and if you would like my channel, I would really appreciate that if you want to subscribe. And yeah, definitely follow Chris because he's helped me out a lot and he's awesome.
Always welcome, mate. Always here to help you if you need it. Go to bed. You got work tomorrow on a Sunday.
Yeah, I know, mate. I'm absolutely shattered, and I had a bit of a wind up early as well for the end of our five-a-side season, so I'm running off fumes. So thanks for having me on, mate.
Go and get into bed, mate. All the best. Take care, buddy. Speak to you soon.
Take care, everyone. See you later. Great. See you, man.
Bye-bye. Thanks very much to oh my god, I can't get my words out now. Thanks very much to Luke for coming in there. Like I say, he is coming from Perth in Australia, so it's a long way. Jeff says, Luke, thanks and great. Later, Luke, take care. Okay, so 2-0 it is. Top of the league going into the international break, but it's boring, isn't it? It's boring stuff allegedly. But we'll be doing this on Monday. Julian Watts will be joining us, and we'll be looking back. Rather than having a debate show, we'll be having a classic match chat because we've done the one-to-one interview with Julian. Great supporter of the channel. Thank him for his time. And we'll be talking about the build-up to that season when, of course, Martin O'Neill came in and was, well, to be honest with you, he always remembers that Sheffield United game. And we'll be looking at or talking through the build-up for the season, the day and the match itself, and, of course, the famous shin of Steve Claridge. That's on Monday at 7. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to be joined by Kate, who you saw earlier, and also by Ant from Ant's Leicester Fan Channel as well for the quarter season review. Thank you very much, Jeff, for that. And thank you very much, Gray, as well. And thank you to Matthew for the donation. I really do appreciate it. If I hadn't had a takeaway yesterday, I would have had another one today. But I can't have 2 takeaways 2 days running. Can I? No, I can't. Have a great weekend, everybody. Come on to the ladies tomorrow. I think, as I say, I don't think that Brad's going to be covering that because he is in Cornwall with the family. So we'll. I won't be surprised if nothing's been done on that. But we will be back next week on Monday, like I say, looking at that game with Julian. Thank you so very much. If you have been new and you have enjoyed what you've seen, please do subscribe to the channel. And even if you don't want to subscribe, please smash the likes. It really does help us. Gets us seen in places we wouldn't nearly see. Celebrate tonight. If only we had match of the day, because I tell you what, ITV4, Boris. I'm going to have to give you a time out for that, mate. That's just sexist, and I'm sorry. Boris. You can have a timeout. I really wish. I appreciate that ITV4 do cover it, but even the main game, you get 2.5 minutes or something like that. It's not the same, especially when you're winning. But look, thanks very much. Top of the league, going up, playing football the Enzo way. I've been Chris. This has been LTID TV. I'll see you again Monday night. Take care. Goodbye now.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network.
TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.